simmers to soar, planting knowledge like a seed. With patience and kindness, he shows the way, turning clouds of confusion into a sunny day. He's got the wisdom of the real world skies, guiding us higher, helping us realize that flying's not just a dream in the blue. With Forder by your side, you can make it true. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. He speaks in calm tones, steady, clear, breaking down the lessons, erasing the fear. From takeoff to landing, he covers it all. In his virtual cockpit, you'll never feel small. A community's heart, a mentor, a friend. He'll stick by your side till the lessons end. It's more than a game, it's the art of the air. And with Forder's guidance, you'll always get there. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. From the first cold start to a perfect glide, Forder's dedication is our joy and pride. In every stream there's magic to find, a passion for flying and a heart so kind. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. So here's to Forder, our guide in the air, a pilot of patience with a heart that cares. With every new lesson, our dreams take flight. Flying with Forder, we reach new heights.
And good morning. Happy Saturday. How's it going, you guys? Changed from UAF 006. Okay. And that way we can tell who you are in the field, right? That's cool. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream, both Twitch and YouTube. We're doing the dual thing, you know. And here we see, there's Mike Audio, yeah. Hey, Mike's in the house. And he's helping out in YouTube also. I just want to make sure I got enough fuel, and I wanted to make sure my multiplayer worked. Okay, let's just get into it. Back here and load her in. Flight planner. All right, that looks good. Send that to the avionics, and we should be fine. Let's see what happens. Flight conditions. I had it all set up, but when we want to look, it changed me back to live again, Andrew. Live and live. All right, let's make sure we're on all players, you guys, or we will not see each other. And then let's make it somewhere around noon, because it's dark right now in New Zealand. Let's do that and see what happens. Mike's in the house. Wraith is in the house. Strap, good morning. And Meyer Flyers here, and Super Typhon in all the stuff you do. Thanks a bunch, you guys. Look at the plane I'm flying. It took a lot for me to get this thing. And I'm now flying a different version. Oh, now I'm on the grass runway. I'm flying a different version of the sim. I see planes moving, but I don't see tags anywhere. Okay.
Turn your tags on.
Yeah,
Sometimes it turns it off.
they should be on, but I'll go check again. I already checked once. La la la, da 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 da. Online.
Oh, there you are.
Southeast Asia. Show multiplayer. Multiplayer's on. Live weather. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I'm on live weather, but real time.
Yeah, live weather's not bad.
Live weather, but preset time. Air traffic in career, don't really care. Real time online? Air traffic type. Photogrammetry's on. All right, that looks all good. Looks all good. You should see me. I don't see tags. Oh, what am I seeing? Heliport. POIs. Am I even in the right place, right? You know?
Try Alt 2.
Okay, Alt 2.
Morning, Mike.
ANZ 413. ANZ 413. I see ZK. Ah, Foxy Chiller. Okay. And just Tom went by. Yay! Dr. No Thumb's showing up down there. Yay! And a bunch of you over there.
I was going to say you just got buzzed by Just Tom.
Yay! Okay, this is good, you guys. So, you know, that's what happens when you install a new sim or a new version of the sim. You gotta tinker. Yeah. So I had to make sure I could see everybody. That's great. And J2 Trappy. J2T Rappy. Yeah, always 2024, you guys, because that's where we all are. And yeah, there are some who have had troubles with 24, so they went back to 2020. I've heard of that. And so there's still a large group of about 1/3 of the flyers in Microsoft Flight Simulator that are still flying 2020. That amounts to about 5 million people. 10 million people have moved over to 24, and we're patient with some of the glitches here and there, but for the most part we're flying and having fun. But most of us are flying career mode, and most of us are flying free flight, and we're not flying the big heavies. And once you get into the big heavies and IFR, ATC has troubles, avionics have troubles. So yeah, those people are really upset. But anyway, the rest of us are doing free flight. We've got a flight plan loaded, and we're having a ball, and we're loving this thing. So this is one of the new ones. This one's the Sea Star, you guys. And I said I would fly it the other night, but I didn't have it because I realized after much frustration that my sim version was just standard with Game Pass Ultimate. So I had to move over to my Steam version of the game, which is Premium Deluxe. It zeroed my hours again in my logbook, but it doesn't have Beta 1, so now I can see everybody properly, and it still had career mode and everything I did in career, so thankfully for that. Don't want to start that all over again, right? So Dougal, how you doing? Welcome and good morning from across the pond, my friend. You still use 2020 for all your VAT sim flights. Don't trust the sim for that. Okay. And that's, you know, that's a large group. That's a huge group of flyers in this sim and other sims that use VAT sim. So if they don't trust the sim, there you go. That whole group is still going to stick to 2020. And I told people long ago, stick with 2020 until you're sure that this sim is fine. 2020, when it first came out, it was buggy, it was horrible, people complained, everybody, it was the same exact thing we're doing right now in the new version. And they eventually patched, updated, sim update, world update, city update, update. And we finally got ourselves a stable sim. I told everybody, stick with it, it's good. The rest of us like to walk on the wild side. So welcome everybody, this is our Saturday group fly. Come fly with us. And the first time I spawned in, Andrew, I was on the runway. The second time I spawned in, they put me on the grass. So who knows? As long as we can get in the air. I see you, Mia. I see Manx. I see Foxy Chiller.
I see Mike.
Any
Strap.
Any word from Ace? Is he here with us this morning, or is he still in trouble?
Probably still sleeping.
And I do see Dr. No Thumb has joined us, you guys. And take a look at what he's seeing right now. So we have the luxury of the technical know-how to be able to bring other screens into this stream. And then now I'm streaming out to YouTube and to Twitch. Here you're viewing Dr. No Thumb, who's streaming to me. And we get to see a view from his airplane. And he's always got interesting video views, you guys. And he's also been doing a lot of our activities. When we do activities like the mock loop, like Silverstone Race, Oshkosh, and now Sun and Fun, he's always given us great views. I remember some of the best were when he was doing the mock loop in Wales. He was following planes through there like you wouldn't believe. It was like TV quality broadcasting. It was awesome. So we're very lucky and honored to have Dr. No Thumb giving us video coverage along the way here and sharing his screens. It was pretty cool. We'll also go over and see how Andrew's doing. He's up there flying already. I'm going to guess that he's flying the Avenger. Am I right? Am I right?
Ooh, Just Tom's flying the Hawker Fury.
He
Nice.
He didn't confirm, but it looks like it. What is it, Andrew? Tell our audience what it is for those who don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the Avenger.
You've gotten control of the thing already. So
yeah, it's still
he hasn't committed. He hasn't committed.
It's overly sensitive. It's just my setup. It's overly sensitive and pitch.
At least you got a setup. I moved over to my new version of the sim and nothing's mapped. Matter of fact, okay, yeah, my yoke still works. Okay. So Andrew hasn't committed, but he's thinking about it. I'm trying to convince him to do a lesson on this baby because he did a lesson for us before on that beautiful jet of his, and so it's a very different format. It's from a different delivery and a different way of delivering a new airplane, and I think it'd be cool. Gives us all variety. So if you can, Andrew, think about that. I'll help you with structure if you want for the actual briefing part, but you certainly did fine on your own on the last one. And we'll see how it goes, right? And Maddie in YouTube, are you going to be flying with us, or are you guys just viewing? And those of you who are in YouTube right now, you're going to come fly with us. It's easy enough. Just get on the same server and download the flight plan. Away we go. And for those who've never done it before in 2024, you just hit the tab key and you go into your tablet, into flight planner, and you just load. You just come here and you would just go over to your tablet and say load save flight plan, pick it up off your hard drive, send your route to avionics and file plan with ATC. Somebody said you don't need one of these, but I do both every time. And then you should see the whole thing show up here. There it is. And you should see it also show up before you spawn in. You'll see it all there on your screen. Dougal says it ain't no spit, Andrew.
No, it's not.
It's not.
But it makes my fourth Grumman product.
Your fourth Grumman. You're a Grumman man. There we go. We're
So
going to start giving you a handle
I
of
got
Grumman.
I got the F4F, the F6F, the TBF, and the F14. All Grummans.
So I think Andrew's new handle, you guys should be Grumman. What do you guys think?
But I still have 5 Spitfires, so.
5 Spitfires. That's 4 too many for me. 5 Spitfires. Are you kidding?
Yeah, 2 1s, 2, a 5, the 9, and the Seafire.
He's got them all. He's got them all.
Hey, Rad.
Rad's in the house. Hey. Rad, last stream I said, anybody get a hold of Rad, tell him to contact me. So I wanted to talk to you. So send me a DM, but I want to talk to you about coming on stream and doing a SAR with us and give us some realistic stuff to make sure we're on track, right? And we could apply that to free flight. We could also apply it to, say, intentions, missions, and we could also apply it to career mode. That would be great. Krabby1 says 6, Andrew, because now you have the Grumman canoe also. The Grumman canoe. And he really was paddling it. Yeah, he really was. Wasn't it the Grumman duck that had it? What was it? No, it wasn't the duck.
Well, no, Got Friends has a canoe.
Got Friends, right. Our partners, yes.
It's an actual canoe that you can paddle.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, we got enough of us on the field. I think we should get going because we can talk about stuff while we're flying. So why not? I haven't flown this thing before. I've just got it. So who knows what's going to happen. I have no audio either, so you guys will just have to bear with me. You know, new version of the sim. Who knows? There seems to be audio somewhere in my system, but it's just not getting out. Let's rock and roll. I don't even know if this will follow the flight plan, so I'll follow the tags, you guys. That's the plan. The plan is I follow tags. I'm doing IFT today. Look at that. Isn't that a sweet, sweet thing? Wow, it can really climb too. Well, it's got 2 engines, you guys. And those 2 engines are in a puller pusher configuration. I'm just going to follow just Tom around because he seems to know where to go. You see it's got 2 engines on there. One pushes, one pulls. Look at that. No wonder the thing is so powerful. It just popped right off the runway and it had a very steep climb. I had to tame it down. So, gonna be fun, that's for sure. And I can land on the water. As many of you know, I love watercraft. I don't like how cramped it looks in here, but let's just see what I can do with that. It is kind of tiny windows, that's for sure. I'm so used to flying helicopters and airplanes with big windshields. Look at this thing. All right, let me find out where everybody else is and hope I don't crash the thing. And I haven't even looked at the POH. Looks like we got people over there. Okay, I'm going to follow Andrew and the gang. Up go the flaps. Like in a movie, you guys. Andrew and the gang. Grubius, 36 months, my friend. Wow. You guys are right up there. Andrew just resubbed at 52 weeks. I think he holds the record. Wasn't there one other person before you, Andrew, that has a longer record? 52 months, man. Jim in Flight, hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Come fly with us. I posted the flight plan earlier, a link to the flight plan. Let's see where everybody is over that way. Oh, that's where the airport is. I don't know where everybody's flying. Are we just kind of flying around or what? Let's go see where Andrew is. Ooh, you got dark clouds. Are you on live weather?
Yep.
I thought it was on live weather, but then I pulled it back to noon. Maybe you're on live time too.
Nope.
No?
Shouldn't be.
Okay. Let's go check it out.
Time am I at? I am at 1 minute to 8 in the morning. But I am on live weather.
Oh, it changed it back. 12. Live. 12 noon. Try that. Oh, it still gives me puffy white clouds. Okay. Ouch, 2 CTDs. Gonna be one of those days. Wow, no kidding. Something's going on. That's rare. I know you hear it on forums, but it's rare. Most of us don't have CTDs, so something's going on there. Got to be hardware or something in the community folder. One or the other. Something's giving you grief. That would really bug me if that kept happening. All right, I'm going to head over where Andrew is. So there's a couple of you still on the field. Bungalow. Bungalow, Lowe, that's cool. And Rumpel is there also, so you guys come join us. Looks like we're heading off to the right. No, from takeoff, probably heading off to the left, I guess. Just follow the tags, you guys. There's a bunch of them. At least we can see them now. That's great. More than a 5 nautical mile draw. That's cool. Murph's crew had many CTDs. Really. And what were they flying? It'd be interesting to see if they've got a lot of advanced avionics and if they've got Xbox flyers. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the conditions, you know. I've certainly had PC problems, but it might have been a beta 1 thing. I'm testing it today. My computer, the computer itself would just lock up graphics first and then the computer. And I thought maybe I was having overheated graphics, but... Alright, so the best way to follow if you guys don't have, autopilot is to just open up your tablet like Andrew has and just head toward the magenta line, and then at least you can follow that. I doubt I have autopilot because all of my mappings were gone, so that's like starting out again. That is the part of that frustrates a lot of people, the pain of remapping stuff. Holy moly. So that's how it goes. Be patient. That's a new sim thing. Verifying files to see if that helps, yeah. And Groovish, you're on beta? Yeah, both Dr. No Thumb and I have got off it. We've uninstalled it and went back, and that's what I'm testing today. All kinds of grief for me. Yeah, there's things it fixes. It was great to see it. My helicopters are more stable. There's other things that beta gives us, and it was worth testing and commenting. And now I've had the sacrifice of losing hundreds of hours of flight in my logbook, but I'm not one to go flashing my logbook around and bragging about it, so I don't care. But you know, what I did care about was the hundreds of hours to do career mode so I can make videos. I still wanted to keep that, and of course it stayed. That stayed. Career mode stayed. The money I've made stayed. All the planes I have are there, which is great. Thankfully for that. So that was all in the cloud. So according to my plan, this is the right way to go, but I only see one person ahead of me. Maybe it's because I'm too fast. 154 knots, I guess. I see some of you back there around the harbor. Okay, let's go over there. And maybe I'll just pull back some more power here. Maybe I'm just a little too fast. Oh, there's a bunch up ahead of me. Okay, good. Fierce Wolf, Andrew, Just Tom, MP Stacks, Wraith is there, Dr. No Thumb. We're good, we're good. Let's go watch Dr. No Thumb now, see what he's flying. He's back in the Riviera. I love that baby. So we both got float planes today. We did a lesson on it probably a year ago now, whenever it first came out, and wrung it out completely on a Tuesday night lesson. And that Riviera is one sweet plane, Italian made. It was designed as a family 4-place vehicle, and it's supposed to be for those, you know, the affordable airplane for a family. Albeit a wealthy family. Owning an airplane is not a cheap endeavor, that's for sure. Affordable? What does that mean, you know? So Andrew, do you know anything about the areas we're flying over? I know nothing. Andrew suggested the New Zealand thing, you guys, and that's why we're here. New Zealand's always entertaining. New Zealand is always interesting, so that's why we're here. Dr. No Someone says, multiplayer does work in beta. You need to go off the beta or turn air traffic to low or off. Oh, okay. And so Rumpel, you're at the new beta one. I have to lower air traffic. Yep, same as you. Okay, so I just went back. I just took it off. Krabby wants to check on your Sea Star passengers. Uh-oh, why?
Yeah, there's people back there.
Wow, no kidding. That's cool. I'm flying into a city, same as Just Tom is. All right, I see a backpack. Oh yeah, look at there's people back there. Oh my gosh. Hey, people, what are you doing? You see you got your seatbelt on? Good, because I'm flying today. How else would you see them, you guys? How else? Maybe there's a view for that. Is there? Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Circuit breakers. And 0. Console. No, I don't see a view for that. Any way to get in the back? Other than a peek around the corner? There's one person anyway. I guess you could use your...
Oh, there it is.
There what is?
It's the Sky Tower.
Dun, 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 dun. The Sky Tower. How do you reset the view? I can't reset my view. Probably going to crash. Yeah, views are very different. The keys are very different. It was Control 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that. But yeah, it's very different now. Oh, I've got tips coming up now too. Okay.
You're in Shift.
I never had tips before. Just Shift by itself? Oh, Shift space.
Well, no, for your views, they're shifts now, not controls.
Yeah, I know. I went through them all. I'm just saying
Okay.
for everybody, right? For everybody who's watching, and in 2020, it was always Control first. Now everything's Shift. But let me say this: no matter where you are in your views, press Shift spacebar, and that I forgot that was the default coming back to normal. And there we go. So I am still flying, but I'm way off the flight plan. No problem. And that's what the tablet helps us with, you guys, or a little nav map. If you got a little nav map running, you can see where you are. You can load the flight plan into a little nav map and do that if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. Not all flyers can do that. And I'll give you guys an idea what that looks like. Here we go. Follow it. And there I am off the flight plan, but it's nice that you can see it. All right, so this is Auckland. Did I say it right? Auckland. And that's why there's so much stuff around here to look at. And that's what everybody's flying around right now. And so that's why I go to outside view, because, you know, these limited little windshields, you want to really see the scenery, you get out there, you know, and then you see what's going on. So everybody's
There's
over this
player
way.
9565 in the Scrapyard Monster.
Yay! The
But-
Scrapyard
but
Monster.
te-
I was going to fly that today.
But technically, he's in the Scrapyard Sea Monster.
Scrapyard Sea Monster. Oh, he's in the
Yeah.
float version of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, yeah. The float version of the Scrapyard Monster. I did download it. I'm not sure if I installed it, so I'll have to go see it. I wanted to see if my livery still showed up too, because that's always fun. Symbol Flyers coming at me with obviously not this version of the sim obviously doesn't show me the P38. It could be a brand new community folder, you guys, because now I'm flying the Steam version of the sim. So I could end up with a new community folder, and I'm going to have to figure out where that is now. Always work to do when you are a streamer, figuring out stuff. So a lot of you were over around the city back there. Oh, some of you still are. And then the rest of us are flying out over the harbor. Ah, I'm just watching what you guys are after. A bridge. Okay then. And I have no sound. I can't even hear my RPMs. Looks like a lighthouse or something there. Oh, it's a pier. Okay. Nice bridge. It really is. I guess I can still go through here.
Yeah, did you see the Sky Tower? It's the waypoint just before the bridge.
It says I crashed under the bridge. Okay, the waypoint just before the bridge? I went under it and it says I crashed, so... Wow. The waypoint just before the bridge. Okay, I'll go find it. You're talking
It's
on
kinda-
the other
it-
side?
Yeah, it's on the south side of the harbor.
Okay, I'm heading back to the south side. The point just before it, I think that was something I passed and I said it looks like a pier. This thing is slow to get
Yeah, there it
through.
is. You just had it before you changed your view.
Oh, I see. Right beside the bridge. Like right at the bridge?
No, back in the city, but it's It's when you get turned around so you can look in that direction. It's very obvious.
And what is it I'm looking for? A point?
Sky Tower.
Sky Tower. On to the right? Or the left? Right? Over here. It's the only tower I see, but over here
Yeah.
past the marina? So it's on the right, not the left.
Yeah, it's on your. You're almost pointed straight at it right now.
Okay, that's on the right. Okay, got it.
The tall pointy thing,
Oh,
right in the
pointy
middle of
thing.
your screen.
Got it. Super duper duper. It looks all right, doesn't it?
Yep.
Looks like they modeled it all right.
Actually, most of that city looks all right.
Cool. Pull back a bit of power here. Let's have a look at this baby. Yep, that looks great. Wow, it really looks good. Yeah, it's a really good detail. Right down to the base too, yeah. Huh? And this is, I haven't added any scenery, you guys. I've only just downloaded the flight plan. But there are apparently, hey, there's someone called Uptown Girl. Oh, that's a boat. Well, these are all boats.
Yep. You still
I'm
have
gonna
your
have to
boat
turn-
tag. You
Well,
have your boat tag still turned on,
all
or
the
your
def-
boats.
All the defaults are still there, Andrew. That's what's happening. So all these things that I tinkered with over time, look at them all. Ugly. I'm not sure why they're doing that now. It's a new feature of 24 that they have all the realistic boats and their names, where they actually located in the world, and they're all there. And it's like, there must be a reason. Are they going to elaborate on boats now? You don't know, right? Why do we need all the real names? I don't know.
And
We also have every heliport from the world too. All in the
I
right
just
place.
flew over top of Albania Stadium.
Albania Stadium.
Yeah.
Find Andrew, you guys. You'll find the stadium. Bungalow is here. Krabby One is here. I see you on my screen. All right. I couldn't go under the thinner part of the bridge. Let's see if I can go under the bigger part of the bridge. Give it a shot, mate. Should work. Under here. That one worked. Okay. Don't go under the thinner part of the bridge. It won't let you. It was a crash, but this one worked okay. Too bad I don't have my sounds. I'm going to have to figure that out too, right? I don't mind the boats. I don't like the name. Yeah, I'm the same way, right? I am the same way. I don't mind seeing them. It's more realistic to see a bunch of boats in a harbor or see boats coming in through the strait, but a million tags.
If they just give you some way to turn the tags for them off.
But I thought you said we can. No? Oh,
Yeah,
can
you
just
end up turning the boats off.
Yeah, the POI mapping. Oh, did I see a boat back there? I see a tall ship of some sort. Yeah. There's some type of clipper or I don't know. It's not the blue nose, but you know, something back there. Is it? No, Krabby. This is actually Premium Deluxe, and it does have this plane. So, I sent a note to Jane just to ask her what she thought about it. You know, at Microsoft, our friend Jane, and asked her what she thought about upgrading versions without paying full price. And she said, I mean, she's just taking a guess at the moment. She's just saying once the marketplace is there, there's probably an upgrade price. But you know, don't quote her on it, and don't quote me on it. But we're just guessing that that might be the case. Because once you rent planes, which will be a new feature coming out soon, once you rent planes, you can apply that rental price to the purchase price if you want to buy it. So that detailed of purchasing power, I'm sure they'll do the same. And it's an educated guess, you guys, but I'm sure they'll do the same for moving up to a different version. Oh yeah, right there, look. There's what I'm after right there. Check this out. Ooh, there's two in a row right there. Oh yeah, that's sweet. No, it's just one big one with some beautiful sails and everything. This is amazing. What a nice looking boat. Is thing is not agile. Of course, it's a great big heavy thing, right? It's not an agile thing. Oof, 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 oof. Get control, Howard. Yeah, I tried to do a turn and I just lost altitude like you wouldn't believe. I'm trying to get back down on the water so I can get a closer look. And then I'll catch up with you guys. Foxy Chiller, I see you in the air. How you doing? How you doing? Let's get that stall speed down. Got to get rid of this HUD too. It's just like it's a whole lot of instruments in one place. Okay, that should work. And let's get it around here. Thought it was right here. Yeah, I thought it was right here. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? No, I think it's right here. There it is. There's our baby. Look at that. Wow. All right, let's get ourselves a drone cam. There we go. Check this out, you guys. Wow, the detail of the thing. If I could tell you how many ships I have built as models over the years, they don't work out well. So funny, they're at full sail while they're at dock, right? They don't work out well when you're moving a lot. So back when the days when I was moving, I couldn't bring them all with me. So I gave them all away. But look at the detail of the baby. Wow, cool. Probably has a name. I'm sure there's a tag on it. What are we reading right here? There it is, Celebration. Wow, how original. Celebration. How original. Should be able to get a snap of that. There we go. Get in real close, do another snap. There we go. All right, moving on. Hey, Paul. Thanks for joining us. How you doing? Wonder if I have enough run here. Don't like doing a takeoff right into land. You never know if you'll get off the water in time. Let's give her a go, mate. Just one flap. Let's see what happens. A little bit of back pressure. Get that nose up. Come on, break it. Break the water. 93 knots is not enough. Not enough. Made it. Just made it. Land was coming. That's not a good plan, you guys. Don't take off toward a shore. Turn around, take off out into the ocean. Supposed to head to Waterloo today, but weather's looking iffy. Iffy, does that mean you got snow? That 4-letter word? Is that what that means? A Tanga sailboat. See, you could actually learn about boats in here. I don't see it. I see a tag. I don't see a boat. Waterloo has a new scenery for 2024, you guys. That's where Paul's heading in real life, but it has a new scenery, you guys. Waterloo, Kitchener-Waterloo Airport. for 2024. I think it's in FlightSim.to. It says there's a sailboat, but I don't see it. No, look at that. So it's got a tag, but it must be underwater. This one's still there, whatever this is, yeah. The Adventurer. That looks like a tall ship too. Look at that. Wow, just to hang out in this harbor if you like boats, you guys. Look at this. Yeehaw, the Adventurer. Another original name. Yeehaw. What a beautiful place. I see they bumped out the sim update 1, but I got an update now. I just got an update. So, well, I thought the sim update 1 was my beta, and then now I've moved over to my Steam version of the sim. And so I could fly this baby. And I want to see if it's stable too. So far, my sim's running just fine. So Bungalow also had to uninstall the beta and go back to no beta. CTDs and black avionics screens after the Wednesday beta update. Oh, really? Black avionics screens, eh? Wow. Black avionics screens. Well, that's not a good thing. Never a good thing. So for those who have joined us, if I can do this while I'm flying, I'll just show you what's happening. We are flying in New Zealand. There's our flight plan. If you have to type it in manually, just do a screen snap right now because I got to get back to flying before I crash. Just a minute here. Oh, okay, I'm good. Let's see if I can just level that up. I'm just manually flying, you guys. Here, let me move this over for a second and see if I can stabilize my plane. Trim it. Get it going straight and level and trim. Maybe like that. That should be all right. And pull back some power. There we go. All right, a little bit stabilized so I can show you guys stuff. So today we're flying in the New Zealand area. This is a flight plan that came from FlightSim.to. I think it's called New Zealand Tours or something like that. Or Exploring New Zealand. Let me just find that for you guys. Right here. That's what that looks like. This is actually... that's not it. Explore the Winter Edition. Hidden Gems. This one. Copy that. Put it in both your chats. That's where it came from. Let's come back over here to... where did my YouTube go? Maybe it's right here. And let's see if I've crashed yet. Not yet. Okay. And so, let me put that into this chat too. Right here. And that's where it originally came from. And from there, we just downloaded, you unzip it and you get the flight plan. That's where the flight plan comes from, you guys. Just so you know. Just having a look at my screen here. And I do want to mention that this Tuesday, we're going to be doing the prep for our landing competition at Lake Parker Approach. And this landing competition will happen a week today. A week today at noon. And noon is like 2 more hours from now. Right now it's 10 o'clock Eastern right now. And it'll be at noon Eastern in 2 more hours. So pretty much when we finish our group fly on Saturday, then we'll go into the competition itself. Now, the competition itself, I'm going to have on the Tuesday prep, I'm going to have a form you can fill out for the competition. I think I actually do have a form right now for you to register, and I'll pull that up on my screen in a minute. Let's get back to the group now and get going. But I thought I'd mention that's what's coming up on our radar. Big, huge thing coming up. Sun and Fun, Lake Parker Approach on our Tuesday prep. Thanks, Rap. I was just going to copy it and put it into YouTube, and you did it. That's great. And those of you who just joined us from Twitch and YouTube, hello and welcome. I'm Howard of ForderLearnToFly. This is my co-host, Andrew. And we have been doing this for years, Andrew. years. So, hey, Mike Audio's in the Bay Area. Rad
Yep.
Baron's there too. Bungalow is there also. Wraith is there also. All in front of me there. All right. Now let's head over to Dr. Notham and find out where we're supposed to be. He's in the Riviera. And he's just pulling off the water. I'm going to let him struggle with that. Let's go over and see what Andrew's doing in his gorgeous old airplane. Tell us what you're flying, Andrew, for all those who joined us.
This is the Grumman TBF Avenger, a World War II U.S. Navy torpedo bomber.
Torpedo bomber. Did we get to like throw some of those around? There's something that's coming out, Andrew, that will let us actually send missiles or torpedoes or something, and I think you can only get it on their website for 2024. You can't get it in the marketplace, or you won't be able to ever buy it in the marketplace. You know, Microsoft's rule. And for those who don't know why they have that rule, they did have a separate product in the old days called Combat Flight Simulator, and we all loved it. But the reason they don't let us throw missiles at each other in this sim is because every time you're flying, and there's a lot of serious students that will practice in the sim, every time you're flying, kids would come in and blow you up. There's another one right in front of me. Look at that. Whatever that one is. They're all over the place, Andrew. This one's called something flight, Starflight. Boy, that's cool. Another one. Oh, that one's got its sails folded, or some of them are folded. Huh. That's cool. Lots of tall ships in the harbor today. I better get out of the harbor and find out where everybody went. So let's just pull up the flight plan and see if I can head in that direction. And you know you're really lost when there's no flight plan in sight. Oh, way back there. Okay. Let's go back there. Who else am I seeing up here? Oh, Mike's with us. And Andrew and Dr. Notham. Super duper.
Yep, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How's it going? You're in
Going
audio
well.
with us. That's cool. You guys, Noise Boy Mike or Mike Audio is in audio. How's that sound? Way cool. So my live weather finally came through, Andrew. I see I've got the same sort of cloud cover that you do now, finally. So it took a while for it to catch up. All right, let's come over to Mike's screen and see what he's flying. He's flying the 172, Andrew. Do you imagine that?
Good guess.
So how's it going with you, Mike? You finally settled down for the day, or you must be at home. You're in the sim, right?
Yep, I'm at home. I'll be home. My trip for next week got canceled, so I'll be home all next week. And then after that, off to Los Angeles, Houston, and Pennsylvania.
Mamma mia. What are you, like, people are going to think you're a politician, you know? Those are all swing states, right? No, we won't talk politics. So your job's taking you to each of those places. That's cool. That is cool. Dougal says, hey-o, hey-ho. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Say hello. And I'm trying to get back on track myself. You're probably okay. Oh, look at that. That is nice. There's a place you haven't set up yet.
That's right.
I think they should send you to New Zealand. So you guys
There
see
we
the
go.
stadium down there? That's the kind of thing Mike does. He would go to a stadium like that, set up their sound system. You know, all the stacks of speakers that hang off the top of the, in this case, this is like a, what would they call this, like an amphitheater in the grass, and an outdoor concert area. And he would go in ahead of time and set everything up, and he would also train other technicians, or even train the band's sound team to manage the new system. That's what Mike does. That's why he flies a lot. He flies everywhere. He's an audio engineer, and he would go in and help people make their sound better. And you guys, we've all been to one of those concerts that they need help. You know, we've been to one of those concerts. Well, I don't know who their sound guy is, but this does not sound good at all. So they need you to come, Mike, and fix. Just like, you know, the audio technicians a few years ago at FS Expo, who were fumbling around while we were on stage, right? And it's like, hey, you guys need Mike to help out. But there, he found a stadium. Just like Andrew's got an eye for water treatment plants, Mike's got an eye for a stadium. He'll pick one out a mile away. That's cool.
Yep, I can find them easier than runway a lot of times.
That is great. And I'm sure the POI could tell us what it is, right? What does it say on it? Something in there anyway.
Yeah, it was North Harbor Stadium.
North Harbor Stadium. Well, that makes sense. So it hasn't been claimed by a company yet. You know, we used to call our Sky Dome in Toronto, we used to call it the Sky Dome, which actually was a competition for all the schools to figure out what it is. You know, give us a name. Hey, the Epic Sax guy. Hey, who played that? That's great. Thanks, KW. There goes monetization on YouTube. As soon as I play that, they strike it. Boom. But keep playing them anyway, guys. I'll go in and sort them out. I can substitute them with a YouTube song. But thanks for that. That's why there's a delay on YouTube, you guys. There's probably a 4 or 5 second delay. When they see a song like that, they immediately and then turn off the monetization, right? Wow, TWRE Legion, how you doing? Been a long time, but you're back. That's great. What's new with you? What's been happening in your life? If you can talk about it, you know? You never know. DCS World is a wonderful game to watch people do military apps. Yeah, and I agree, Maddie. That's you want to go. You know, I have someone who says I just like to blow things up. Well, he used a lot more colorful language for that, but you know, it's like. So I suggested DCS World, and he goes, "What's that? You haven't heard of that? You like to blow stuff up? Go there." And I can't pull him back now. So we lost another flyer. He's in DCS. He's not ever coming back because he gets to blow stuff up every day. I remember the first time I ventured in there, I was in the wrong area. Yeah, and I got blown up. Yeah. So yeah, that's where you go, you guys. Why not? Go there. You don't have the whole world like we do here, but the areas they do focus on are excellent. The real focus there is very authentic planes that cost more than here. Not unheard of to pay $80 for a plane because it has everything working. All the military ammunition works, everything works. So we do fly that. We've flown it here before. Dale, we almost lost Dale completely, Andrew, right? He moved over to it and that was it. We almost didn't see him forever after that. For some reason your video is not coming through. Oh, because maybe you're not on. I've got it turned on, but it doesn't come through. Okay, let's come back to here. No, you're not on there either. You having trouble, Andrew?
Nope.
Sim is crazy jerky today. Hope that wasn't the new update. Not sure. Okay, there you are there. Let's go over to Mike's screen again. No, there you are there. Okay, so your video did come back. Let's go over to Dr. No Thumb, see what's up. Oh, he's on the ground, you guys. He's on the ground. Look out. I found an airport. My flight plan stops here. Find Dr. No Thumb, you'll find the lighthouse. Look at him. He's on the ground. Someone's in a DA-42. Zed Keen, how you doing? Where are the tags? Find the tags or find the people. Well, I've lost all the tags, so I must be off in no man's land. Look at him go. Look at that lighthouse shot. Oh, you got to get a picture of that. You got to get a picture of that. That's nice. So you guys, I'm at, looks like the end of my flight plan. I have no idea where I'm going. Okay. No idea. Those of you who just joined us, ask any question you want. Don't worry about repetition. We're used to it. Not everybody can tune in when we start. Let us know what you're after. What you want to know. I look up and I was heading to the ground. Okay, back on track. Let's see where I am and let's see where I'm supposed to be. Oh, we went north. Okay, that's the problem. I'm gone south. No wonder my flight plan stopped. Okay, I think I'm at the original airport. I think I got some catching up to do. But look at Dr. No Thumb just skimming along, making people sick. It's hard, you guys, especially the smaller GA planes like he has there. That's a 4-person plane. I think it's 4-person, maybe 5. And that thing, the plane's that small, when they hit ocean waves, not good. You can actually break a float off. At least here he doesn't have separate floats. but it's tough to land on an ocean with those things. You know, and I've landed on like Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, in a float plane, like a 172 on floats. I've landed in beaver planes also, de Havilland Beaver in real life, and they get bounced around. They hit hard. You know, you have those kind of waves, you are just rocking and rolling on those waves. It's pretty wild. Beautiful countryside. Look at it. What a gorgeous plane. I really like that plane. Look at what I've got here for countryside. Looks great. Look at this. There's a quarry down here. Looks like it's been mined. Who knows? Salt. Or who knows what it is. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm heading back, and eventually I'll see tags again once I get closer to you guys. And I realized when I was messing around in the harbor, I realized, well, here, I'll give you guys an idea. I'm messing around looking at stuff. Here's my flight plan. But in fact, we started here, and we're supposed to keep going that way. And after I kept messing around looking at boats, doing all that stuff, I headed this way. Followed the flight plan back to the start. So now I'm going to head out and catch up with you guys.
Scott, it's kind of a combination of both. Howard's flying the Dornier Sea Star. That's actually built in. That's sim aircraft. I'm flying the Orbix Grumman TBF Avenger. That's a third party. Dr. Notham is in the... I can't remember.
Is it Narnia?
Yeah, that's third party. So yeah, there's a little bit of both. Some people are flying stock built in. Some people are flying third party.
So that the Riviera, you guys, he's flying in 2024. He ported it over. You just simply copy it from your community folder of 2020, move it over to your community folder of 2024, and see if it works. And we do this for one aircraft at a time. Those of you who dump your whole community folder over, that's why you're having troubles, or that's one of the reasons why you might have troubles. Do one aircraft at a time, make sure it works, make sure it doesn't crash your sim, make sure, you know, and it's all about, there's no way, and back when Microsoft said, oh, everything's compatible, well, maybe with a few exceptions, I cringe when they said that, because they cannot vouch for the quality of each developer. Each developer might have done shortcuts to make features work, and those shortcuts can now crash your sim in the new version. So nobody can vouch for a developer's quality of programming. And I have a background in programming, so I understand it. I had to mark programming assignments every night of the week. And you know, some people are sloppy, some people do shortcuts, some people put patches in without knowing what the repercussions are. So move one aircraft at a time. Does it work? Is everything okay? It might be missing something, but it might still work, and that's what we're seeing here. The Riviera works great. Most of my aircraft I've moved over work great, with a couple of little things that don't work. But these are GA planes. Keep in mind, those of you who are saying all my avionics are black, well, it might be the bigger planes. It might be the more complicated, memory-intensive aircraft, like the tube liners, could give people grief. And I know in career mode, the IFR stuff is messed up. I had to go VFR and just fly to my destination and land, and I had a successful mission. But you can't rely on IFR doing anything for you. So this is why I suggested Microsoft should have a serious look at Say Intentions and absorb that company into Microsoft and be done with their ATC woes, which they've had for forever, and just get on with it, right? But you know, they won't listen to me, but you know, if enough of us say that, they might start looking. Yeah, Scots, it's a good strategy, right? You've not moved anything over from 20 yet. Well, we've tried lots of things, and Dr. Notham has actually tried things before we have and said this works, so we end up doing it. So, you know, we all work together and we try to figure out what works. And certainly this was one of them. Love this plane, you guys. I did a lesson on it on a Tuesday night. I don't know if I still have the VOD for that saved, but I can certainly bring up the presentation and we could go back into it someday and learn about it, because this is just a beautiful Italian-made, gorgeous family GA plane that you can really enjoy float flying and getaway destinations for families that have money enough to buy a plane, right? You know what I mean?
Dougal, yeah, I've flown the Corvallis a couple of times. Yeah, it's a nice little zippy airplane. It's actually a variation on the Lancer.
Yeah, Paul is saying, did your first career mode mission with my caravan. After 3 hours of flying, it didn't recognize when I landed at the airport, and I never could get it to end. Yeah, that can happen. I tried, in a mission, Paul, I tried landing at an island airport to get more fuel, because I was out of fuel. And I thought I would stop in, get some fuel, and then carry on. It said, on approach, it said, if you land here, you could jeopardize your mission. I landed anyway. And then it said, mission failed. You're not supposed to land here. So I couldn't even do a realistic thing. You're out of fuel, you found an airport, you went in to land, right? But look at the inside of this airplane. Is that cool or what? The Riviera, you guys. I think it's 4-place, if I remember. Some planes I've been looking at are actually can fit 5 people in, but look at this. It's beautiful. Conventional gauges, and it's a float plane, and it's the rich
not
man's getaway. It's not a float plane. I know.
It's a flying boat.
It's a flying boat, but it floats and it's a plane. Yeah. When I have this problem, I use the keyboard shortcut and it helps most times. Yeah, Iceberg, I now have it mapped to add fuel. If I forget to check when I start, it just saves the mission and saves a bunch of time. So I'll use that cheat if I have to, but I'm trying to do it properly and trying to teach people to always check your fuel and the condition of your aircraft before you start the mission. And that way you're never in trouble, right? And what did Dougal say, right? I haven't actually even touched career mode. Just not your thing, prefer free flight, yeah. Well, career mode and Dougal, you know, everybody has their own taste, and there's a lot of people like you that don't touch career mode. Career mode has given us a variety of activities and missions that we never would get in free mode. I mean, you can't go and find a fire and put it out. I mean, you can now with Say Intentions. If you have a Say Intentions subscription, you can actually ask for a mission. It will put a fire somewhere nearby you, wherever you are in the world, and then you can go put it out with the appropriate plane. So you can do that without career mode if you want those kind of missions, but not the variety we still have, not the variety we have now in mission mode. All the things that we can do in mission mode, a huge variety, and I've been testing them all except for the airliner transport stuff. I don't go into the airliners. And so, and you get points and you buy planes and those planes make you money, and you know, there's all of that, the business side of it. But really the most fun of it is flying those missions. And that's why I like it. And I started doing it just because I wanted to test the thing. I wanted to see if it really did teach you things in the lessons for certification. That's how I started doing it. And certainly in the PPL lessons and some of the other lessons to get your certifications, you actually do learn core flight things that most people don't know in the sim. And so I'm really happy to hear that. But later on, they start giving you certifications for other planes. You know, your turboprop, it just, you know, to get your turboprop rating, it just says, now you have a more powerful plane. And the actual certification is a pattern. You're just doing one circuit. And you just, you know, muscle the thing until you land properly, and it says, yeah, you passed. Now you're certified to fly turbos. You know nothing about them. So, you know, it doesn't teach you everything. You certainly don't know about each plane that you're flying. They don't teach you about the plane. They just like, now you're certified to fly the Beaver now. And you go and fly the Beaver without knowing how to fly it, you know. So that's the thing, right? 1 billion on air stratus. What? Wow. Avatar first has to grow a beard before I start in career mode, Dr. Notham says. You don't have the option for a beard. Okay. I didn't know. Anybody who's just starting out, I'm still way back, so you can find my plane and follow along. Look for Forder 1702, and away we go. I had my heavy cert too, and everything else too. KW, yeah. Mike's enjoying career mode. It is fun. Yeah, KW, it's fun. I find it a lot of fun. I do one mission a day, even if it's a boring mission, just so that all my passive aircraft will fly also. You know, but anything you do. And then for fun, I'll throw an initial attack, put out a fire thing. I'm getting to the point now I can put out a fire with half a tank on first run, you know, with the 802. So, you know, stuff like that I'm having fun with. Taking I feel like a change. I'll go take a helicopter out and find someone in the mountains. And the challenge is to land the helicopter without touching the trees, land the helicopter without crashing, because, you know, the slopes of the mountain are like, some of them are like this, 60-degree slopes, and you're trying to find a rock that you can land on to hold the skid of the helicopter. Those are my challenges, and then pick up the person and finish. Ah, Paul, you're in the Goose. There's another one. Did you bring it over, or is that the one that's native now in the sim? Probably the native one, right? Yeah, I'm going to suggest, Scott, when you start career mode, just don't get into the IFR stuff. I mean, I got my IFR rating. I figured that we'd need that right away to fly through the weather, but it's the IFR ATC that's all messed up. And this is what's driving a lot of people crazy, because a lot of people went straight to that. They just did the straight path into IFR, into commercial, to IFR, to airliners, or whatever that path is. I think it's turboprop and then into jets. And they went straight to that, and they've been frustrated the whole time. ATC is not sequencing the property, is not giving them proper vectors, is not giving them the proper altitudes. They could be in a 172 and be asked to go to 25,000 feet. It's like, come on, So that part needs work, and we're hoping that SU2 will fix that. That SU2 is the big one coming out. But the rest of us who've got hundreds of hours in career mode VFR flights in every plane you can think of are having a ball. And I would say just stick to that, leave the IFR alone for now, and have a stress-free life. Great Barrier. Wow, that's what's happening next. That's the next airport across the pond here. Great Barrier. But I might just do a shortcut and get around it. Let's come back to my screen here. Great Barrier here is where I'm headed if I turn around enough here. I'm headed across the ocean to this island, which would probably look gorgeous, but to save time and catch up to you guys, I think I'll go straight up, and that way I can catch up. Now I could slew it, you guys. You can always slew it, but I like to try to fly things properly. I was messing around in the harbor longer than most, I think, and so now I've got to make up some time. So it's pedal to the metal. I can fly this plane. Looks like I can do about 180 knots or so if I stay straight and level. And I'm going to go straight up to the next destination. But come fly with us. This is Flying New Zealand, having some fun. I see Paul's back there in the Grum and Goose. Come fly with me, Paul. We'll head in that direction, and we'll get ourselves up there. 185 knots. Look at that, you guys. I got the pedal to the metal. Living up to my handle. Firewall Forder's coming in hot. If you look at the EFB Mostar at the island. Okay, and that's the way to do it. He's absolutely right. It's live updates in here, you guys. And you can see, well, if I center my plane, you can see I'm back here. The flight plan goes to the right. If you look over to the right, there's where they are. So if I go straight up, I will catch up to them. As they come in, they're still over the ocean. They're heading toward it, over that away. But I'm too far away to see their tags now. So they're heading in, and a lot of them are at that airport. So we'll go over to Dr. No Thumb now and just see how it is. He's over the ocean too with the rest of them. And you've got your map set for satellite, which is beautiful. See his E6B set. His EFB is set for satellite map. I'm still leaving mine the way it is because I use it when I'm doing search and rescue. It gives me a big, huge pink circle of the search area, and I can see where my plane is in the search area. So I like this cleaner kind of map while I'm looking for my stranded, the people I got to rescue. So that's why I've kept this kind of map. Otherwise, I'd go satellite too, which is beautiful, and just change it down here, you guys. Back over to Andrew. He's probably with the group or leading the group. So you're over the island now, Andrew? Is that where you are?
Yep. That's Great Barrier back there.
Great Barrier. And it's not the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. It's just Great Barrier. So I don't know if it's part of the reef. Maybe it comes all the way to New Zealand. I have no idea. Mike has Say Intentions running. He has a mentor on there, and the mentor's telling him how to go around clouds. Over, under, so you can stay within VFR altitudes. He says, thank you, Howard. So he's using me as the mentor. In Say Intentions, I am one of the mentors in there. I'm not in all of the options. I'm not a co-pilot. I'm not a tour guide. I'm not all of those. Certainly Two-Tone Murphy's in all of them. It's pretty awesome. If you like having his voice in your ear all the time, you can pick him. And there's a whole variety of them that you can pick in Say Intentions to help you learn more about your area that you're in. And it's a wonderful feature. We're excited about the feature. Now, you guys, we are a partner with Say Intentions, so you'll hear me talk about them now and then. Andrew actually has the Say Intentions bar at the top of the screen in his sim. But you notice that they've got a new feature, just came out again. Every week it seems to be a new feature. This is going to really blow your socks off, you guys. If you weren't here Thursday when we talked about it, we showed the video from Brian. Multiplayer mode, 2020, 2024 can see each other in multiplayer mode. The whole sequencing thing. If people are being, let's say, mischievous, Andrew, right? If people are sabotaging your screens, you can actually remove them. That's cool.
No, it actually, if people are slewing or planes are doing weird things, the system will actually remove you from Skynet.
But we can also remove people too from our group, so that if we don't like what they're doing. Like we were doing landing challenges to a dot in Oshkosh, and they'd come in with an airliner and set it on the dot so we can't see the dot anymore. People were doing stuff like that. Now we could take that person and remove them from our group in Say Intentions. So now we can carry on. That's the idea behind it, you guys, is that we just wanted to carry on with our activity at the time, which was a landing competition. So that's what we've got, and I hope we can have that for our landing competition next week. That would be cool to test it. Be a lot of fun.
It's not going to release until the middle of on experimental, the middle of next month, and general release the middle of April.
And partners right now, which I am. Yeah, AKW. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So basically, stream just to promote SI now. Yeah, that's it. KW. Let's do that. TWRE Legion just subscribed. 19 months! Wow, 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 wow. Way cool. Way cool. Thank you for that. Thanks for your support, you guys. I appreciate it. It helps pay for all the things we got to pay for to make a stream happen. Multi so overrated, KW says. Well, when you're doing, I don't know if that's tongue-in-cheek or what, but when you're doing competitions, when you have people with cameras on a dot so we can see whether you landed properly, you gotta have multiplayer. You gotta be able to see each other. So even those who are watching the dot, the judges who are watching the dot, the ATC, the live persons who are doing ATC, we gotta see those planes. And we want to be able to see whether they actually landed where they're supposed to. So for sure, we need it. Yeah. And Red is saying, Foxtrot Uniform Echo Lima. It's fuel time. Fuel is my fuel. Mmm. 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 Fuel really clears out the sinuses. If you're having trouble speaking, that'll do it for you. 3,000 feet. What am I doing up so high? Look at that Riviera. It's looking great. Let's go over to Mike, see what's happening in the 172 world. He's heading to the island, you guys. Follow Mike. I'm over at Spring Hill Airport. That's what's below me now. I'm heading straight north and meeting up with everybody once they come around, right? Currently, there's 31 live on the new SI multiplayer. See? I should be running it now, right? Right? I didn't think of running it on the stream right now, but I should be doing that. 31 live. So what he's talking about, guys, is the new update of the client that you download. It's a small program that you download to get updates. And this is the new multiplayer. And this is, I haven't been told by Brian to go for it, but I want to use that for our landing competition a week from today. Maybe even Tuesday night, if I can see if that's going to work. And then we can have our select group who are going to do landing without other people trying to wreck it for us, which we've had in the past. And this is the answer. This is going to be cool. And you guys, those flying 2020 and those flying 2024 can see each other. Yes!
But it's only for partners until the middle of next month.
I know. I know.
And then it's on experimental.
Yes.
And then it doesn't release to the general public.
But what you don't know is that Brian and I are in talks one of the reasons I originally started talking to him about it was I wondered if we could do this for our landing competition. So that might happen. That's what I'm saying. You don't know all the conversation yet, right? I know the official dates, right? But as a partner and as a tester for a real need for this, we might be testing it in our landing competition. That would be cool. That'd be so cool. But I can't promise, right? We'll see how it goes, right? Yeah, KW says I always get trolled in multi. Yeah, well, we used to. We don't anymore, you know, to knock on wood. And now with this new multiplayer model and say intentions, and that'll be the answer for sure. How do you manage so many planes and FPS? FPS isn't a problem. I mean, we don't measure FPS, KW. We don't care. And I'll say this, you guys, it's not an attitude. It's FPS doesn't matter if you're playing smooth. It does not matter. And I keep telling this to people forever and forever. You know, if your plane is smooth, if that is not chunky graphics, if I'm not having a screen stutter, then I don't care. I don't know what it is right now, and I don't want to know. Because my plane is flying as it should. And the graphics are smooth. And I've got high res. And I've got everything I need in flying. I don't have a 4K screen, and maybe that will make a difference. I don't have a resolution in 4K, and I can't broadcast in 4K, so I don't care. And so there are some of you have 4K screens, 4K resolution, and they're finding jitters, and they're finding, oh, I got to go to DLSS 4, and I got to do this, and I got to tweak that, and you're going crazy with it. We're not going crazy with this stuff, right? Planes and multi just lag me out. So KW, I'm going to suggest, because I've seen this before, I'm going to suggest you think about what's in your community folder. Because all of the community folder planes we have are select planes we've moved over one at a time, and they work. And if I ended up getting this laggy, jittery thing going on, out the last one comes. Out of that community folder. It's probably the only thing I've changed. So that's my plan on how I deal with that. It has happened in 2020, and we do that very same thing. We just move out whatever we put in last. And figure it out from there, right? And that might not be your solution, but that's what's worked for some of us. Other than that, there's so many variables, of course, right? Your video card, your CPU, GPU, you know, all of that, of course, makes a difference. But and we're not going to answer it in a stream just by guessing, you know. So hopefully you can find an answer to all of that, because it's no fun at all, you guys. When you have jittery screens happening, that's not fun. You never come back to the sim. It's just, you know, when sims are crashing left and right, like we heard one, I think it was Grubius has it 3 times already. Something's wrong there. You got to fix it, right? Because there's no way you'll ever enjoy the sim if you end up like, I've heard people on Facebook like 4 hours into my flight and crash and burn. It's like, I hear your pain. That would drive me nuts. I just moved over to a different version of the sim, logged in with my Xbox account. It found all my career mode stuff, but it didn't find a logbook. I'm back down to 0 in my logbook. Starting fresh again. I had hundreds of hours. Oh well. But some people, they get frustrated with that. It's like, you know, they start screaming, you wiped out my logbook, all that work. What good is it? Other than bragging rights, you guys, your logbook. You know, maybe you're comparing to other people. I don't know, maybe you got friends that want to talk about how many hours are in your logbook. So for me, that doesn't matter. But the career mode stuff does. That's a lot of work and a lot of grinding and a lot of hours of flying to get to buy other planes, to get the money to buy and the money to repair and the money. So I don't want to start that over again. So luckily, that stayed with me when I moved into this version of the sim, which is now the Steam version. And this Steam version has Premium Deluxe. And I needed this plane, and I needed the other planes that are in Premium Deluxe, so that's what I have now. What I was flying up to now was the Game Pass temporary that was given to me by Microsoft as a previewer, and it ran out this month. The Game Pass 3-month ran out, and I'm not renewing it. So I had to drop that one and now pick up my Steam version, which I already had, and now log in with my Xbox account. So it's the same account. Now it's a different version, a upgraded version of the game. Let's see. Dubai or not Dubai? That's the question, Iceberg says. Yeah, that's out now, right? Yeah. Kada! I just wish my flight hours transferred over from 2020. Wouldn't that be cool, right? KW says, I'm actually not a partner. I just promote SI. See, because you like it. I promoted it before I became a partner. But partner has its benefits. I get to test stuff, like Noiseboy Mike too. He gets to test stuff. He gets to test beta. He gets to try the experimental stuff. Where, you know, good for them. You know, Brian is a developer at heart. That's where he comes from. And Brian knows you've got to put these things in beta and have beta testers. You don't put it out into the public and hope it works, as we've seen Microsoft do here in this case. Yeah, they were under pressure, you guys. They had all the marketing material said it had to come out in November. They had to put it out. But, you know, I can make all the excuses for them you want. But the point is, Brian has the luxury of doing it right. He's going to make sure, you already heard the steps that they're taking to make sure this thing is tested, this multiplayer new thing is tested long before it comes out to the rest of you. And that's the right way to do stuff. And good for him, you know, he's doing it right. KW just subscribed. Look at that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've been with us a long time, huh? You've been with us a long time. And then an anonymous gifter gave Dougal a sub. Dougal. Was that you, Andrew? Are you the Mr. Anonymous? He's like,
no,
don't
it's
ask,
not.
Howard. It's supposed to be anonymous. It wasn't me.
No. Well, KW's was an anonymous gift too, so
So
don't know from who, but
the NVIDIA shader cache SRAP, I think I have a shortcut to it now on my, I pinned it to my most used folders. I think that's the one. And you just dump that, right? The NVIDIA shader cache, yeah, we learned that in 2020, right? Yeah. KW says, yeah, Harbor Tower works great too, Kada. Harbor Tower. All right, you two know something about Harbor Tower. What's that in relation to, Kada? Hey, Kada's with us, you guys. Isn't that cool? I'm just going to go back a bit here and see what Kada had to say. Wish you your flight hours transferred. I remember that message. And then, okay, I'm not sure about the Harbor Tower thing, but anyway, maybe enlighten us, you guys, if that's something or if it's a private message to each other, though. All right, there should be an airport nearby. There should be some tags nearby. I see Grubius over to my right wing. Yay, I'm starting to see tags. Actually, I'm almost over an airport. There should be tags off to the right. Uh-oh. I have no control. What's going on? It's one of the tallest ATC towers in Vancouver. Oh, okay. Harbor Tower. Got it. I think you guys will be somewhere around here. Wow, I'm cranking my yoke and it's so slow. What's going on there? Gets us all in and around Pan Pacific area. Okay, TKWN. Yeah, I was Charlie, and then I took it off. Yeah, thought tags were visible for longer distance. Yep, but I took it off, and so did Dr. No Thumb. The troubles I had with it, you guys, it was actually killing my graphics card. It kept going black on me. So you know, there's things that was. There's advantages of testing beta, but there's also the idiosyncrasies that you got to live with. Okay, it goes down, up. It's the ailerons that are having trouble. Very slow. Just passed a boat named In Debt. That's funny. Anybody who owns a boat's in debt, yeah. Paul says, I guess I have to do the same. Well, you don't have to unless you're having grief. I mean, one of the things I wanted to do was move over to this version of the sim anyway to get the extra planes. So I had this Steam version ready to go once the Game Pass version ran out. So this is the time I had to do the crunch. But I was also having grief, so I decided to do this. And I knew it might affect my career mode. I knew it might affect my flight hours. Even Beta 1 actually wiped out my flight hours, putting Beta 1 in. So when I took it out, I thought maybe I'd get the flight hours back, but no, it didn't happen. That's all right. It's life. Ray says, thanks for the flight. And enjoy the rest of the flight. You have to jump. Yeah, later on, we'll see you, and thanks for being in. You guys, you notice, even if you can spend an hour with us, come aileron surface malfunction. Oh, that's why I'm having trouble turning.
Oh, you
Let's
broke
go
your plane.
I broke my plane somehow. I don't know. While I'm talking away. Had to do a minus 19 Celsius walk around yesterday. KW's doing a real flight he's talking about, you guys. A real flight. An actual walk around. That's cool. Timbo, Destroyer of Worlds. Dun dun dun. Thanks for joining us. How'd you get your handle, right? Breaking your plane, Forder. Yeah. And KW says, my plane even ran out of cookies. He's probably talking about a real one. That's funny. All right, let's go have a look here. What's going on? That's off. Gyro P factor. Torque is good. Oops. What happened to Dr. Notham? Let's go over to Mike. Mike's in the 172. Let's see what I can do here. Online camera flight model interface. And full instrument descriptions. I'm trying to figure out, okay, nameplates is on. Display labels for all on-screen POIs. Airport markers. Nope, nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Okay. Camera online. There's got to be something in there for the realism part, you guys. I don't want it to wreck my ailerons. You know what I mean? While I'm casually flying on a preset settings for all flight controls. P factor, torque. Okay, got it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll stay on Mike's screen, you guys, while I figure out some settings here. I'm going to figure out HUD and cockpit view, external camera. Got it. Yeah, the realism thing. I think you have to change your flight model to legacy just to play with the realism stuff, right? Something like that. And for some reason, my sound isn't working either. Main output selection. Ah, there we go. Cable B. I finally got some audio. I figured it out. My sim had it turned off. All right. Let's turn that down so you guys don't hear it so loud. And I still got an aileron surface malfunction. Oh no! Now what? The settings. Do you guys know if without beta 1, if the repair shortcut key actually works? Because I know it was crashing some people's systems.
Yeah, it was doing that before Beta 1 came out.
Yeah, so it might still be doing it, right?
Yeah.
Can
Well,
you
I don't
know?
know if it was doing it for free flight, but I know it was causing issues in career mode.
Confirmations on approaches, etc. Make me like. It's getting better. Okay. I went for a minute and got in front of you, Howard. I was playing catch up for a while. That's okay. I was following you, yeah. The cabin even offered to bring me a coffee without asking. Ha! Aileron surface malfunction. So, I've got malfunctions going on. Anybody know how to get rid of that setting? I'm gonna have to land somewhere. How close am I to anything? If you don't have ailerons, you don't have life.
Krabby
do the
says
repair
repair,
shortcut.
refuel hotkey works for him.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Let's see if we crash the sim. Let's come over. You guys can watch my spectacular crash the sim. Here we go. I've got ailerons. It worked. Yep. Yep, ailerons are working now. So there. I've got a shortcut key. I'm using Shift R to repair. I'm using Shift F if I ever need fuel and if I'm stuck. There we go. Cool. All right. Is this game hard to learn for a first timer, and is it better than MSFS 2020? Well, those are two big loaded questions.
Well, if you have 2020 and you're used to that, it's not that different, other than the default keybinds are different. But
I wouldn't go and buy 2020. I would say that. Don't go and buy it. If you already have it, you've got a stable sim. This is still not completely stable, you guys. So you'll hear people complaining about 24. Oh my God, I'm going back to 2020. You're going to hear that. All of us are flying 2024. We're working with the glitches we find. And you even heard me ask now, if you don't have beta, will my repair work? I gave it a shot. It seems to work. My ailerons are back. I've repaired it in flight, which, you know, normally you would land first and fix it. The visuals, there'll be mixed reviews on that. We love the new visuals. We love the new sim objects that are in this new sim. Tons more new sim objects, tons more new variables that developers can use, like dropping water and putting out fires and all these things that we can do, actually seeing fire on a mountain. You know, all that stuff is in the new 24 sim. I would say if you can tolerate a glitch here and there, something's wrong, you know, so like some of us have seen, then if you can tolerate that until the next patch comes out, then go for it. Get 24. I would also say it's easier on your system. I've seen my resources, because it's multi-core now. I can use more than one core of your system, whereas the previous sim couldn't. And now it's easier on your system. Not necessarily easier on your graphics card, but certainly easier on your system. Andrew even had this sim working just fine with a 1660 card. I'm using a 3060 card, and I'm loving it. And so a lot of us are seeing performance. Definitely performance is better. A lot of us are seeing some great visuals. Certainly the career mode thing, if you like that kind of thing, having a ball with that. Hundreds of hours, owning airplanes now, flying missions I never would have flown in free flight. So there's a lot of pros to going with 24. The one con that I would say, the one thing that would keep people away from it, is if they've had a bad experience. It keeps crashing to desktop. It never lets you fly without jitters. And you know, you hear these things happening. That kind of stuff will frustrate you. We had those things in 2020. Those things will frustrate you until you just won't want it anymore. You'll go back to 2020. So if you want stable for now and you want it to just work, there are in-game lessons. You can use those, but I'll say right now, the training in career mode is what you need to learn to fly. The training for PPL in career mode has all the basics you need to learn to fly. All right, and you guys are surprised I'm saying that, because I have a Udemy course for all that. So I'm kind of killing any new sales on my course, because people will use the in-game one in career mode. But, you know, I'm just telling you the truth. It's there. If you don't want to buy a course, you've got training modules right there in career mode in 24. The flying lessons in 2020 are absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. And some of you might have used them. You don't know the difference. You don't know why they're garbage. People are so confused. I know some streamers that use those lessons and they still don't have a clue what they're doing. They're muscling their plane around. They think a go around means to pull up. That's it. You know, I mean, they don't really know proper things, because they learned from the 2020 lessons, which were not that great. If they were great, I wouldn't have had great sales in my Udemy courses. People would have said, why would I pay you for your course if I can get it for free? But in career mode in 2024, excellent lessons. Take them all again. Take them all again when you need a refresher. They're covering all the stuff you need. And when you get into commercial too, they cover a couple more areas too. So that's just giving you a bit of my opinion from all my testing and the videos that I'm making around it. Yeah, you couldn't fly like this if my ailerons weren't fixed now. Oh, I thought that was one of you guys. That's actually boats in the water. So you can't turn off tags on boats, you guys? You can just turn off all tags or on all tags, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only way to get rid of boat tags is to get rid of the boats.
Here comes Simuflyer in for a landing. He's probably flying the P-38 Lightning,
Yes, he is in the Lightning.
but I'm gonna have to find it and put it in, or enable it, or something. I'll have to do some tinkering because I used to be able to see it. That's actually a P-38 Lightning, which is an awesome plane. Here comes Strap in the other direction. I caught up to you guys. And he's flying generic airliner 2-engine. Is that what that says? I don't know what he's flying. Almost looks like your plane, Andrew.
Strap?
No? The plane you're flying right now?
Oh, I'm flying the Avenger.
Look at this. A buoy in the water. I haven't seen those in 2020. Look. What's with that? That's cool. Oh, maybe that's an approach light. That's not a buoy. It's just an approach light that happens to be sticking up out of the water.
Is getting out of your plane a fun add-on?
Yeah. I think. What do you think, Andrew?
It's different. You know, if you're someplace, especially if you're someplace that you know, it's kind of interesting to you know, park your plane and then shift C or click the door handle, depending on whether or not you're a built-in or third-party aircraft, and then go for a wander around and see what it actually looked like. But the fortunate part is a lot of the ground level, especially when you're in places that have buildings, aren't the best. Photogrammetry, you can end up with, you're looking at a bunch of melted buildings, or they're not 100% accurate to what's there in real life. So, but it's still kind of neat.
It is kind of cool. We over Christmas we landed in a snowy mountainous area, went down to the lake, and we all gathered as bodies, not as airplanes, and gathered around the campfire that Dr. No Thumb had put out with the Parallel 32 camp feature. Made a campfire. We all kind of gathered around, walked down there, and slid down there, and it was pretty cool. Like, the possibilities are endless. We could do trips now where we all land at an airport and then we go explore. You could. I would think it's better to jump into a land vehicle to go explore and then get out of the land vehicle. It's probably the better way. Here's going to be the briefest of touch and goes. Watch this. Boom. And we're off. Probably need new tires now. There's Paul. I see Paul. What are you flying, Paul? I thought you were flying the Grumman Goose. Look at you go. Mr. Fly by the seat of your pants. Look at that. So, Bungalow, thanks for that. It worked for you also. Same repair, refuel working for you. Good. That's cool. And Krabby, you also? And KW says, I'd say this one has better training. Yep. And yeah, get the opinions of other people too, you guys. I'm not the only person with, don't just leverage on my opinion, because others might have not had a good experience. As a real pilot, I can tell you, it's covering all the stuff that's in my curriculum on my courses. It is covering the right stuff, which 2020 never did. 2020 had you doing a circuit before you even knew how to do straight and level, before you even knew how to approach an airport, before you... Unbelievable. Here's how you do a circuit. Here's how you do the pattern. It's like, wait a second, I don't know how to fly the plane yet. You want me to do a pattern? It's one of those advanced things you do.
Tower Legion, yeah, if you've got standards, you're going to see placeholders, probably bonanzas and whatnot for the higher things, because you don't actually have them. Oh, one would hope that at some point in time they would fix that, but...
Right, because everything comes from the cloud, so you think that the whole multiplayer model matching planes that I don't own would show up, right? All right, I'm going to move on because I'm always behind, and I'm going to lead the way for a change. Follow the yellow brick road. All right, let's go see how Dr. No Thumb's doing. He's probably already up ahead. I have no idea. Let's find out. If you look at your tablet, you can tell if people are up ahead. Yeah, somebody's up there ahead. Don't suppose you can click the person and find out more information, right?
Now, I wish they could do that. I wish they'd let you do that. That would be kind of neat.
So I've certainly got some work to do on my controls and mappings, because my Bravo, the throttle does work, but my autopilot lights are on, so they shouldn't be on, no matter what I do.
Super Tie says gear.
Gear. Well, I like flying with gear in case I land. Yeah, we could put gear up, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. So, BZULPO. Don't know how to say your name, but thanks for asking about that if it's hard for a first timer. If you wish to take a look at my my Udemy course, beginner course, and I'll find you a discount for that. And if you're interested in it, go see the free videos first to see if you like the style, to see if you like what you're learning. And if you like that, let me know and I'll find a discount code for you. All right, and that goes for anybody who's on the stream right now, right at this moment. And then contact me on Discord is the best way. My Discord server, if you haven't been there before, go to my website, which is ForderLearnToFly.com. There'll be a contact page in there. You can use that instead if you don't want to come to Discord. All right, just contact me and we'll see what we can do from there. And that course has been around since the FSX days, and some of the demos are still in FSX, but many of them were upgraded to 2020. That's a good point, Dr. No Thumb. You can try both on Xbox Game Pass to see which version you like. Yeah, without a huge investment. I agree. Don't you have to have Game Pass Ultimate, though? Right? Not everybody has Ultimate. Just to get the standard edition of 24. I don't know about 2020, but... Viper Strike! How you doing? Oh, speaking of coffee. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's have a cold coffee. Dr. No Thumb's doing a nice level flight for a change. He's usually on near the ground doing, hair-raising flight maneuvers. So he's taking a break. He's actually up there nice and high, relaxing. I haven't done a lesson on this plane, and this is the first time I've flown it, you guys, but this is going to be a riot. I probably will focus more on it, and more people will want to know more about it. I'm just using my basic knowledge of working with the blue lever, red lever, throttle lever, settings, flying, flap range, gear range, blah, blah, blah. So, I just went through basic stuff to keep it flying. But many people will want to know how to fly it properly. How do you fly the thing properly? And that's the thing that I do. You guys see that on my YouTube videos. You see it on Twitch channels on Tuesday nights. See if it gets louder if you open the window. No. Can't tell, there's an airplane outside my door. And then somehow we close it again. Where did it go? Outside? Is it outside? How do you close it? Okay, I got an open window now. Okay then. And shift spacebar gets you back to your normal view. That's pretty low, Howard. Yeah, it is. Some kind of message here. Wow, I really am climbing. You can see on the map, you guys, a bunch of you are here. And some of you are up ahead. Look at this. Wow. The elevation is rising. Can't quite tell if I'm level or not. Here we go. What does that look like from in here? Climb! This is the one thing that gets everybody in career mode. You can go on a transport mission with cargo. even in a 172. And people are putting on autopilot and saying, it looks like about 5,000 feet will work. And they run into mountains. And then they put it on autopilot and they go away and do something. They come back and it says your mission has failed, you crashed. And they go, oh, the darn autopilot, this thing's all glitchy. No, they set it for 5,000 feet and they ran into a mountain somewhere down the line. So if you're going to walk away from your machine, set it to, like on a 172, set it to 10,000 feet. Climb to 10,000 and then you probably won't run into a mountain. Probably. At least it reduces your chances. But you know, what's the fun in career mode if you put it on autopilot and just go away? Well, the fun is you're making a lot of money because all your passive airplanes are making money for you, your passive income. So a lot of people will do that now just to generate income. They're not there for the long, boring flight. They're there to generate the income so they can buy the plane they really want. Kind of interesting, isn't it? All right. Timbo Destroyer. The system runs better, but my poor graphics card is getting eaten up. I think it works all of our graphics cards, right? What have you got for a card, right? Meyer says, totally new to flight sim. I would not get 2020 now. I would wait a month or two and get 2024. Steep learning curve when starting out either way. Yep. And while I'm talking, I should watch where I'm going. Oh, 200. I'm really speeding up here. It pays to have autopilot when you're streaming, you guys, because then you can just set it and forget it. So KW still flies 2020. I haven't touched it since the new sim, but I loved every minute of it. We streamed it all the time, and we know it well. And I just haven't. There's not enough cycles in the day, right? Maybe by 2021, make some bad experiences, and then say it would be better I had not bought it. Yeah. Well, that's what some people have done, yeah. But you know what? You don't need a refund. Just wait for it. You know, hang in there. You're going to end up turning around and buying it again anyway someday. So just keep it. If you don't like the bugs, keep it, and then they'll be ironed out. Yeah, so BZ, it will get better too. Updates will be constant. They've got a Sim Update 1 on the verge of being released. A lot of us tested it. Sim Update 2 will be coming out, I think, in March, so next month, and it's apparently got an even bigger update. It'll fix the most obvious of bugs. Doesn't mean it'll fix everything, but and then they'll already be working on Sim Update 3, you know, until the thing gets smoother. And you know, the big complaint from people is we were all beta testers. And they're absolutely right. It shouldn't have been this buggy to start with. But, you know, the crunch, the timeline, whatever the reasons, they certainly fumbled that one. And people are justified in saying that. A lot of people got refunds. They still have probably 9 or 10 million people in 2024. A third of that is, almost a half of that is, and these are guesstimates from what I'm reading and hearing, you guys. It's about almost half of that is actually Xbox flyers, and a lot of Xbox flyers got refunds because the mouse didn't work. It still doesn't work with Sim Update 2. So I don't know why that wasn't first addressed in Sim Update. That was one of the first things. You use the mouse to look at different views, use the mouse for clicking around. In Xbox, I always recommend you have a keyboard and a mouse also to do all those things that you don't have to fumble around with a controller. And you go to use the right click of the mouse to look around, and the screen just flips everywhere. You know, they didn't fix that with the beta. So hopefully they did. Hopefully they will. Yeah. And BZ, yeah, getting out of your plane is a fun add-on. As Andrew said, he's not that keen on it. You could tell he wasn't super enthused about it. But we've all got out of the plane and just, like you've seen already, Dr. Notham he found a lighthouse and he went on the ground and just ran toward it. And you get up close and personal to things that certainly do look good. But as Andrew said, you could get out of the plane and go look at buildings and they're all melted candles, you know, that default kind of ugly scenery. And so it's no fun at all when that happens, right? But it is a fun new thing, and we're going to find more uses of it, like we did at Christmas, where we landed somewhere. Some of us landed on the mountaintop, and then we walked down, slid down to the water where the campfire was, and we're all hanging around down there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool add-on. But it just depends. Some people like it, some people won't. Some people don't care about walking around. They just want to fly, right?
Speaking of update stuff, Parallel 42's Juice Goose is
Right.
now available for purchase for
Yay!
2024.
And some of us were testing it already, and it works great. We were driving it around. I was driving around the 2024 version just to have fun, and works like a charm, you guys. The Juice Goose. It's a what would they call it? An ATV dune buggy? We used to call
It's
them
a
dune
it's a
buggies.
ute. It's a utility. They call it a ute
Wow,
or a UTV
that's probably
utility.
the proper name, right?
Yeah.
KW says, I learned from you guys. No, I'm a pro. GTA sales say yes, it is. Okay. If only Flying Iron made a P51. Ooh. GTA V1 set to shatter all records. What's GTA?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay. I remember having an idea to make a city game before GTA came out. I had the idea after Expo 86. And you should have worked with that idea. Game Pass, you can use the sim for free, 1 month at a time. Yep. Just the interior.
Yeah.
of the cockpit.
The only issue with Game Pass is if you get the base model and then update it through Game Pass to one of the higher tiers. If you ever decide to do away with your Game Pass subscription, you lose the higher tiers.
All kinds of idiosyncrasies, right? So, Andrew, I found myself a pink island rock. There's a pink island rock, you guys. How
Okay,
do you
well,
like that?
give me a sec till I get out to the point, and I'll see if I got a pink island rock.
Pink island rock. Yeah, that's different, you guys. That'll be a...
Should be a lighthouse out here
it's
somewhere.
called Hole in the Rock
Oh yeah.
Piercy Island. It's actually you can tell it's a texture thing, you guys. Look at the checkerboard on it.
Grubia says it's pink for him too. Well, it's entirely possible.
Wow. They're gonna fix that. Something happened there.
I bet you it's supposed to be pink.
Someone put their kitchen table on there. We're actually flying back to the mainland first, this away. Isn't that something, eh? There it is. But yet the little island closer to the mainland is okay. The whole mainland's okay, yeah. Isn't that interesting? What do you guys think? Should I pull up? I don't know. What do you think? Pull up. Pull up. I see where we are. Okay. Quite the plane. Quite the plane. How's your fuel levels, you guys? Hey, this is a nice area to explore. Look at it. All kinds of little inlets. This is where you might want to get out of the plane and go find some wildlife. That was pretty close. There's the little turquoise fringe on the water. Ooh.
So I guess the pink island will make the assumption that this has a texture issue, so it may be a third part of the add-ons, scenery add-on stuff that we had for this. I don't know. I'd have to look, see what all was included
Not
in it.
me. I didn't add anything.
Oh, okay, well, I've got them all in, and I have a pink one too. So there's a texture missing on that particular point in the sim.
So Andrew, tell everybody about your add-ons. How you got them and what they are, so that people could go get them if they want.
Well, the link that we had for if you do flight plan will actually give you a link to. Well, that gives you the flight plan, but there should be a link. I can't remember. Does it actually give you just the flight plan?
It gives you just the flight plan, but you said there's other links on that same page.
Yeah, there's give me a couple of seconds here when I get turned around. I'll give you the link to the flightsim.to download for this, and I think there's 5 or 6 extra add-ons to go. You don't have to put them in, but it gives you some updated or enhanced airports / scenery things or whatnot to go along with this flight. We'll pause that, and then we'll go here. Copy that.
Look at that. It won't let me do that. It says I crashed. How do you get rid of that, you guys? I was on my float plane. I put my wheels down to come up onto the land, and obviously the wheels touched something and said you crashed. Didn't have that. I had it all fine-tuned before, but now it's, new sim, so I guess I've got to figure something out. I wanted to show you a really nice hidden little beach, private beach area with turquoise water. So I was trying to show you. Let's go back around to the Pink Island area. Where'd the Pink Island go? So somebody knows how to turn that off.
Dr. No Thumb, the CAS J3, yes, there is. If you own the 2020 version, especially if you got it from SimMarket, go to SimMarket, log into your account, and go look for the J3, the Classic Aircraft Simulations J3 for 2024. If you have it for 2020, it's free. And yes, I love it. It's a wonderful little airplane.
Yeah, a couple of you guys came in to join me here. That's great. Groovies is already there. I'm not going to put my wheels down. Normally you can put your wheels down and pull right up on the land, but I'm not going to put the wheels down. I'm just going to float in, and we'll see how that works.
The float version for Dr. No Thumb is very realistic. Like, you start moving, and it will drop the back end of the floats until you get up to speed. Then you can actually shove the nose down and pop it up on the step, and then it comes off just like it should in real life.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I tried that and it didn't work, so I'm gonna go back to it again, Andrew, because you said it was the most realistic up on the step, and I never did get that, so I want to go and find it again. So what will happen when I get closer? Is it going to go boosh? Oh, Groovies is up on the land.
Have I heard the Mustang? I heard about it at KW. I haven't gone to get it yet. I don't fly the Mustang all that often, so what I'm waiting for is Flying Irons to finish their rebuild of the Mark 9. I'm really looking forward to that because they are completely rebuilding it, right from the ground up. New model, new flight model, new special effects, new sound pack. It's going to be amazing when they get it done. And it actually flies. The 2020 version flies not bad. It flies pretty reasonable in 2024. It's just, unfortunately, there's a sound issue, so there is no engine sound in 2024 with the Flying Iron Mark 9. And Super Tyson says Kata's streaming.
Oh, cool. So this is funny. I got the wheels down. Looks like it's working, but I'm sort of in the water still. What's Dr. Notha? He's coming in. He's coming in hot. Yeah, let's see what I can do about this. This isn't the final resting spot, you guys. It's just a fun place to go. And maybe we can go swimming. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, problem is you walk on the water if you get out.
Walk on the water, fire in the sky. So, you know, that was great that Dr. No Thumb did a fly pass, but here we are in our little private beach area. Rubius and I are both in the Sea Star. We're sitting here on the beach. Does that look cool or what? Well, let's go over to drone mode. Let's see where it put us. Where did it put us? Should be nearby. Over here, maybe. Yep. There we are. Rumple's still in the water. Rubius is on the land. So am I. And so is Player. How you doing?
That water looks amazing.
Doesn't it? Look at that. I noticed that from the sky, and I said, okay, we got to go check it out. What if you see... Oh, did I see fish? I see a fish. Oh, no, it's just reflections. I'm hallucinating. All right, no more coffee. Our own private beach, you guys, complete with rocks. Oh, look, our wings are touching. Isn't that touching? Look at that. That looks pretty realistic. Holy moly. Don't
Like
want to
holding
run into
hands.
those. Huh?
It's like holding hands.
It's like holding hands. Isn't that sweet? There's a nice shot right there. Come join us on the beach, you guys. Let's see if those are showing up. All right, Charlie, I'm going to just continue on here in the TWRE says, if you only have standard edition, can you see planes in the higher editions? Well, probably not. We're not sure about that yet. We're not seeing success in that in all areas, right? So Charlie says, MSFS 2024 training is better than 2020, but in my opinion, you can get better training from YouTube videos and courses like Howard's. Well, thanks for that, Charlie. Do I have to buy you a coffee? Like, wow, that's nice. No idea how good it is, though. Yeah, KW, I can attest to that because I work with curriculum with CFI, so I can tell whether it's good training or not. The one thing that really bothers me is people don't know how to slow a plane down before they put their flaps on, so they all just jam the flaps on and have troubles. Look, see, there's people walking around now. We're at the beach walking around without bathing suits. Community is great for helping new pilots, though, if you want it, especially Howard here and the crew. KW, you're so nice. I gotta buy you a coffee, too. I gotta buy some coffees. Thanks for that, you guys. Yeah, thanks for that. I need a JEP book for writing ATC down. A JEP book. What's a JEP book? And a nice kneeboard. Yeah, kneeboard is important, you guys. You should get one of those. You want to be more realistic. They're not that expensive. They're usually Velcro. They go around your knee, or they go around your leg, and you can write on it. In a normal cockpit, you don't have enough room to just have a notepad sitting around, and it could also go flying when you do erratic things. So it's better to have a knee pad, absolutely, right? KW says, thanks to say intentions, I'm actually using up paper and pens. Yeah, it's true, right? Well, say intentions is making us write it down like we're supposed to, right? That's cool. Thanks for your follow. Hello from Japan. How's it going? How's it going? We don't have any idea what the weather's like. We don't even know how many miles away you are. But thanks for tuning in. That's great. And good news, despite my failed flight in career mode, I still make 200K in passive. Yeah, and so Paul, this is it. The hours you put in the air before you actually have a failed mission are still hours they're putting in the air. So that's a good thing. And so now you're doing it. You're making some passive. That's great. That's super. KW says you can't fly my birds on 2024 yet. Okay. Developer of my favorite plane just updated his mod to 24 and I'm testing it now. So Charlie, your favorite plane is? Roll the TIMF. I'm just looking on the screen to see if I see it. And I lost Andrew again. The video's gone. Huh. What's going on, Andrew? What's up, Doc? Let's come over to Andrew's screen. He's flying.
No.
But your video.
My OBS. My
there you are.
OBS is
No,
fine.
your OBS, nothing to do with your OBS. When I say your video, I mean your face, right?
Oh.
If I were to say your sim video, then sim video, face video, sorry. So you keep losing the face video. Yeah.
It's because I'm not saying anything.
You'll find
Maybe it
something that
maybe it
explains
times out
the
after on that.
script. So Paul says, I still say I'd rather have a buggy app than nothing at all.
Yeah, because when I say something, it switches to me, which pulls Andrew away until he says
That's what
something
it
again.
is. Okay, so I could pin Andrew. If I pin Andrew, then even when you speak, he'll look like a ventriloquist. Okay, we'll do that.
But I like removing him. No, I'm just kidding.
What are friends for? Uh, yeah, KWSI keeps surprising you. Yeah, same with me. Same with me. I'm catching up. We can do a Rascal Balloon Juice Goose Flight. Yeah, why not? What's the Rascal
Oh,
part, Dr.
yeah.
Newcomb?
That makes perfect sense, Charlie. Yes, the Beach 18.
Oh, the Beach 18, right, Charlie? Yeah, well, what was I thinking? Yeah. So we can do what's a Rascal? I know what a Balloon Juice Goose Flight is, but I get it. Is Chase Cam Pro out yet? KW says. I saw the preview for it. KW says the 350 looks amazing. Tell us about that. It's an A350?
Yeah.
And KW wants a Dash 8? Me too. I do. I'm catching up. No add-on here, and it's pink in your sim, Bungalow says. Me too, yeah. That's really pink. Let's see. Everything has to be redone. New Zealand's Hidden Gems. That's it. Thanks, Andrew. The Jacob, yep. Andrew talked about that. The Rookies VFR and the Cody on SI the other day, ending in pit. We hoped airports all the way. It was so beautiful. Wow, that's cool, KW. You and Kata did that. Flew the Rockies VFR. That's her area. I think that's your area too, right? So Grubius, I didn't put wheels and beached it. Mustang audio pack. I'm getting caught up, I think. Career mode gets you out of the habit of putting flaps down too early. Yep. It'll ding you every time, right? It just dings you experience and money. But, you know, money talks, right? Yeah, I know, Super Ty. I'm catching up. Thanks for that, Jeff. Thanks for saying that. Hey, you're here. That's great. And I finally caught up. No, I didn't. Okay. Nasty things with your plane. The engines are off, but it's rocking like crazy. Maybe it's water. I don't know. Rascal is the parachute glider. Okay. So Rascal. What do you say? Rascal, balloon, and then he said the Juice Goose on the ground, and then we walk after. Yeah, that. You know what? After next week, we should plan for that. Next week is the big landing challenge. So I think I'm there now. As long as your beacon is on, no one will approach the plane. What? What's that all about? All right, I'm going to move away from this beautiful, beautiful beach scene. Everybody else is probably left. No, not everybody's left. There's a few of you back here in the tweez. Because, you know, they say 3 is tree, so then I say tree as fui. Look at these blades, you guys, on this turboprop. 2 turboprop engines mounted on the roof. You know, that's got to be a big strain on the whole plane. You know, strain on the plane. What a gorgeous plane. I like it already. I haven't been. Oh, there's how you see the back seat. There we go. Yeah, I saw her from a distance, but I didn't realize I had that many people. Okie dokie then. How's everybody back here? You all right? Everything good? Because I don't know, we're just sitting on the beach and we're just, I don't know, are we supposed to get out? Are we supposed to swim? What are we supposed to do? Pretty wild, eh? All right, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Let's get out of this joint.
No one was there to open the door for them, so they couldn't enjoy the beach.
Yeah, they just like, they're so like, okay, you told us to stay in our seatbelt until, you know, the seatbelt sign. And I never did turn the sign on. Probably killed my engines. Let's see if I can get them rolling again. Uh-oh. How about you, Groovius? Can you get your engines rolling again? I cannot. No, I guess it just takes a while. Okay. I should know better. It's turboprops, yeah. Now we'll head in. Have I got parking brake on, maybe? It's not letting me roll.
Did someone say
Lots of
parking brake?
power. What's a parking brake? Yeah. There we go. In we go. Up goes the gear. I don't have any rudder authority at this slow speed, so I'm going to run into something. Look at that. I have no authority on anything. Okay, then. We need a... That's how you get in the air. I don't like this back on track you crash thing. Anybody know how to get rid of that? I never had it before. Now I have it. Don't like it. Give me a hint, you guys, on how to get rid of that. Somewhere in the settings. It's one of the realism things. This whole thing about putting you up in the air and saying, now try again. Don't like that at all. And you can't even get... There we go. Normal view. Come fly with me. Yeah, it's not very realistic. I'm trying to get off the water and learn to get off the water, and then I boosh up into the air. All right. Back on track. I think it's this way. Just follow P Delta Bravo, Rumpelzuck, Machete over there. That's probably the name of a boat. And who knows where Andrew is. He's off into the wild blue yonder, probably 6,000 miles ahead of us. And your face video is off again, Andrew.
It's because I haven't said anything.
Okay. So that's what it is. Okay. Currently no option to get around that. It's on the MS Forum wish list. But I didn't have it before. If I crashed, I crashed, right?
Yes, in 2024? Yeah, it's always been there.
Never happened to me.
It may not be there in career mode, but it's, as far as I know, it's always been there in free flight.
Really? Okay, can't you turn off crashes? So it just gets mangled, bounces around on the ground? Really? That's just nuts. Here's another sailing boat of some sort. Oh, this one actually has one. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Look at, you can't even touch the water. It says you crashed. Oh, they're calling about my car. My car's in the shop. My phone's ringing, you guys. Dick Tracy here. Asobo knows what is best for everyone. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I know where you're coming from, Jeff. Yeah. Asobo knows best. Why does it work like that? Because we said so. Yeah, I know. Standard option, right? Fierce Wolf is up in the air. Rumpelzuck and P Delta Bravo up ahead of me. I'm seeing tags. Got a few of you behind me. Groovius is coming. Shelter in the storm is a boat. Player's up in the air now. He was with us, so he's coming this way too. We're heading off. Big Brother at its best. Because we said so. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be able to turn that off later. We could in 2020, right? We turned off crashes. The plane would bounce. You know, not realistic either, but at least you could position your plane again, take off again. So this is generally the flight plan. I'm not using autopilot at all. Let's go see how far away Dr. Notham is. Halfway to Halifax? Who is? Oh, Andrew is, yeah. Halfway to Halifax. Okay, we're making a right turn at Albuquerque, you guys. To quote Bugs Bunny. Right here. Big right turn. Nice. Coordinated turn. Looking good. Out of this away. This away. Now I'm sure if we turned on Say Intentions tour guide, we'd learn more about these areas. Now that I have sound, I had to go into the sim and tell it where to send my sound. That was kind of interesting. Right turn, Zumpel. Right turn. can't even say what this is. The something treaty grounds. Can't even pronounce that. How's your fuel, you guys? I fueled up totally before I left. There's Dr. No Thumb. I got him in sight. He's over to my left. Aha! We're catching up.
Yeah, Janet was just talking about this area, and she said where the sheep outnumbered the people.
Wow.
It's New Zealand. That's a statement that's accurate anywhere on this.
That's funny.
That is funny. Wow, that's cool. Sheep country. I could see it. Van Tech. Van Tech number something. What do I see over there? Are you a boat? Probably, eh? Hey, hey, hey. No, DHC6 Twin Otter. Nice on floats, Van Tech. Hey, I'm coming over to say hi. That's cool. Thanks for joining us. That's great. Maybe you haven't joined us. Maybe we just happened to see you there. If you're with us, say hi in chat. I'm going to come around and do a little fly pass. If you're not with us, this may surprise you. Who is that guy flying low over my head? The nerve. The nerve. There, I forgot to turn on the in-flight entertainment for my passengers. I didn't realize I had them. Twin Otter on floats. Look at this. This is cool. There he is. Hey, hey. I'm coming in for a low pass. Don't be surprised. If I can turn fast enough. Oh, he's on the move. That's why. That's why I couldn't catch him. Nice. Twin Otter, man. That's great. You've got it. We've had it since 2020. A bunch of us had it. Even after they didn't make it available anymore. Oh, we're way off track. Okay, way back here to the flight plan. I wanted to say hi. Jeff, come fly with us, man. You never fly with us. It's nice of you to join us and chat, but come and fly, my friend. You know how to fly. You're gonna tell me you're too busy. Mr. Retired is too busy. You know? Is that enough peer pressure? La 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 la. If you have the latest SI, you can see others who are using SI, even if they're not in MSFS. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. You're catching up to our chat stuff, but we showed a video on Thursday about it from Brian, and we also talked about it this morning too. And it's a great new feature. Right now it's only available to partners. As Andrew has mentioned, it's available in different times as we go along.
Yeah, they're aiming for the 15th of next month for experimental server and the 15th of April for everybody.
For everybody, which is cool. So, Jeff, we're hoping to test it this Tuesday on prep for our landing challenge at Sun and Fun. And then we will also use it for the landing challenge a week today. That's a first. You had an unhandled exception error. Ooh, that's a programming thing. Yeah. Unhandled exception. So something threw an exception and code didn't know what to do with it. Yeah. Ugly. That's a first. I've never seen one of those in the sim yet. Yeah, Mike says, sounds like you better handle it. Get it? Ba-doom-tsh. It's unhandled. Get it? Do I have to explain it? I don't know.
A good dad joke.
That's good, Mike. Yeah, you fill in for the dad jokes. I don't have any. We miss Factual Gull, you guys. You know, she does stream. You can tune in to see Factual Gull. I'm sure she's still got dad jokes. She was notorious for them. Yeah. Jeff does not have 2024. Are you kidding me? How are you supposed to test your products? Come on, my friend. Jump in. Be a frontier like the rest of us. No, that's not a frontier. Be a pioneer like the rest of us on the new frontiers. Coming into an airport called Karakiri? I don't know. Does that even sound right? Anyway, It's November Zulu Kilo Kilo. Now that I can read it. That's where we're coming. There it is. 160 knot plane. Not so bad, hey? For a twin pusher puller. Well, at least they told me the memory location that caused it. Wow, I wonder what that's all about. Could be a conflict with some other program running, although I probably have the most overloaded systems for flying because I've got so many things running. Like head trackers and little nav map, chat screens, and you name it. I've got it all running. I got probably 12 programs running with the sim. You'd think I'd have some conflicts. Oh, Chrome too. Chrome takes up a lot of stuff. I'm going to do a high-speed touch and go, you guys. That's the plan. And here's the touch. And there's the go. Need another new set of tires. How's that for realism, Jeff? What do you think of that? Yeah, that's nice, Howard. You're so realistic. Now I gotta go the other direction. Okay. Love this plane. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We'll do a lesson on it someday, guys. We'll get to know it more, get to figure out what to do about it. We get to figure out how to do a power off glide and off airport landing. You know, all that stuff. We'll figure it out. Did it leave skid marks? Yeah, Super Ty's right. It did. There are skid marks, literally, on the runway. And they'll stay there, too. If I go back right now and land, you'll see them.
You could start another flight and come back and what there, and they'll still be there. Yeah. They only go away when you shut the sim down.
Yeah. It is cool. See, the stuff you don't know yet, Jeff. Come on, jump in, man. We want you to come fly with us again. I tell you what. You get 24 and come fly with us, and then we'll bring you in on voice also. People have to hear your voice, you know? Know what I mean? Am I going the right way? No? Let's go back to Dr. No Thumb. In the Riviera! Love that plane, too. Anything with a float on it, you guys notice you're getting to know me, you're on to me, right? Anything with put a float on it, Howard's going to love it. Right? The versatility of a float plane. Well, I'll say the versatility of an amphibious plane is even better. Land on anything. Land, water, river, lake. Every piece of water is your emergency landing area, you know? Fierce Wolf's going in for landing. Bungalow's just left. I'm going to follow him. He's probably on the right flight plan right there. Follow that Bungalow. Look at him go. Holy moly, I have to put the pedal to the metal here. I got a flap up or something here, flap down. There he is. He's gonna try and shake me, I can see that now. That does it, I'm in. Cut him off at the pass. Paul says, yeah, I've added a couple of new variables and tweaked an exception call. Almost have it solved. Oh, cool. Look at you go, Paul. Enjoy some new stuff on Forder, this webpage. On his webpage, Manx says, yeah, you guys, and Manx is the developer who has been modifying my page because it was getting pretty stale. And he's been doing some great work, you guys. Come see it. And upcoming events and all kinds of stuff is changing. We got a lot more to do yet, but unbelievable. And he's helping out from the goodness of his heart. I tried to buy him a 6-month subscription to our channel. He said, no way. He said he does it because he wants to do it, you guys. So talk about cool. I would say go visit anything else that he develops and buy him a coffee, because he won't accept a gift from me. That's nice of him to do that. Mike says it's looking nice, looking great. Nice job. Wow, I just passed him like he's standing still. So Bungalow, see ya. I left you in the dust. It's like, way to go, Howard. You got the. I'm on the edge here, 190 knots. My plane is almost stressed. Yeah. The hobby's crying out for high fidelity PBY Catalina. Would also settle for a Sunderland flying boat. Cyber Dammy says here. Yep, I agree. A high fidelity PBY Catalina, you guys. Famous, legendary plane. Why isn't somebody making it, you know? Even up to now. Why isn't there a 2020 plane that we can bring over? You know what I mean?
There is.
Okay. So
It's
maybe
freeware.
maybe it's not a high fidelity.
Yeah. Actually, there are freeware versions for both of those
Okay.
on .to for 2020.
Ah, Bungalow Bill. That's it. I thought it was Buffalo Bill. It's Bungalow Bill. Bungalow Bill. Would like the Martin Mars. The last Mars flight was just 5 days ago.
Yep, that was the Mars Philippines.
Stuff you know.
And they did the Mars Hawaii, had its last flight back in the fall, Super Tie, if you remember. It was in BC, actually.
Dr. No Thumb, how'd you get that video you just did?
It was escorted on its last flight by the Snowbirds.
When you first went into your video, I guess, it did a flyby. Is that by design or just happened? That's pretty cool. Would like the Martin Mars, the last flight. Okay. Incredible aircraft. Cool. Oh, that was with the drone, right?
Yep.
The fall with the Snowbirds. Yeah, tell me about that. What's that again?
That's the Martin Mars Hawaii was the last one that Canada had, and they retired. It retired in the fall, and when it was coming back to where it's going to live, it was escorted, I think, on the last half of the flight. The Snowbirds flew in formation with him right to landing.
That is cool.
And yesterday, I guess the Mars Philippines must have been the last one. Period. I guess, because it just retired the first of the week.
Oh, Mank says, be safe all. Are you heading out? Did I miss it?
Yep.
We're heading down this way, you guys. Rumpelzuck is in the lead. Probably people ahead of us, but here we are. Talk about fun. Last night I was hosting a Valentine's dance, so I couldn't fly at all evening. I tell you, I was going through withdrawal. But we had a lot of fun. Let's just find out what's happening here. Here. Mike, what did you do? Let's see. Looking at my voicemail here. No, my car is probably ready or something. All right, I'm heading over to Wangora Harbor. Why can I not pronounce any of these things?
Because they're Aboriginal,
Oh, is that why?
and they're in New Zealand.
Well, I know
Which
they're
probably
in New
means
Zealand,
they're
but I
probably Maori, but
look at the stuff you know, Andrew. It's amazing. Do you know how to speak Maori?
no.
Oh, okay. But you know about it. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, not everybody knows this stuff that you know. You know what I mean? So, you guys still haven't explained what a Martin Mars is and a Martin... What was the other one?
It's the same plane. There's I forget how many they actually made, but each one of them was the Martin Mars somewhere. Like the one that just retired in BC was the Martin Mars Hawaii.
Okay.
The one that just retired the first of the
So
week
you've
was the Martin
explained-
Mars Philippine.
You've explained the naming convention, so now my
Yeah,
original
it's
question, what are they?
water bombers. Very large water bombers.
Water bombers, the big ones. Yeah.
Picture the like a
415.
Boeing. No, bigger.
Yeah.
Picture,
the 415 and then times 10.
Well, it's a four engine. Picture the I don't remember. You remember what the Boeing Clipper?
Oh, yeah.
Picture one of those dropping water on you.
Yeah, that would be a washout.
Yeah.
Wow. Always a beautiful view no matter where you look. Look at that, how streamlined this thing is. Amazing plane.
It's the arterial road emergency landing field.
Really? We need one
Yeah.
of those. We need one of those. We'll always need one of those.
That I believe is November Zulu 2 Romeo.
Come on, Jeff, break
Yes.
down and buy the eye tracker. Come on, come on. It's only $29.95. Don't need anything on your head. It follows your eyeballs. It follows your head. Completely configurable. Every pilot should have one if you don't have VR, right? If you got VR, you're spoiled. For those who are just joining us, actually, I forgot to open the other chat. Where's the other chat? Right here. Okay. Mike's been handling it. Thanks for that, Mike. Strap's been handling it. TPH. Yeah. The mouse has been fixed in the beta. Okay. I didn't find that. Wow. Now I got to go check my Xbox and see if it really does have the beta on it. I know I had it in this sim, but on PC the mouse always worked. So that's why I'm surprised. But thanks for saying that. We need to know these things. Where am I? Let's go back to Andrew now, see where he is. That view always looks like a train bridge until we see that you're inside the plane.
It's the 90-mile beach.
The 90-mile beach. Did you have Say Intentions tell you that? The tour
Nope.
guide or no?
It says it's right on my tablet.
All right. And you guys, you see the link there for Be My Tracker. I made a video for it on YouTube, and that link is a partner link. So if you click it and you buy the non-Steam version, then I do get a small commission. And if enough people buy it, hey, that'll help the stream at all. That'll help the stream a lot. So go for it. If you do need the Steam version, by all means, go for it. I don't get any commissions on that for some reason. But oh, this is looking good up ahead. Look at this. This is a great place to do a water scoop. I should be in a water scooper. It's right along the way too, you guys. Well, it's a little off the track. Oh, I see. There's the winding river. Let's see if I can... Oh, I'm going way too fast. I was going to say, let's see if I can put it down without crashing, but this will detect a crash for sure. I'll bleed off some stuff here. This thing just wants to fly. 55 mile long, but they call it 90 because it's 55 one way and 55 back. Ah, is that true? I trust Super Tie. Super Tie's never led us astray yet. That's amazing. Okay, it's actually quite the cool statistic.
Either way, it's a very long beach.
Certainly, a 50-mile beach is like, it's forever. Well, I'll get back on track. I could follow rivers and lakes forever at this plane. That's cool, Super Tie. Thanks for that info.
I guess they get a discount by calling it a 90, since that doesn't add up.
Yeah, that's what it is. See what happens when... It's just like texting and driving, you guys. See what happens when I'm distracted? I can't even keep a plane straight. I look away to read chat, and I come back and my plane's like unusual attitude, right? Thanks for that, Mike. You're putting in some links there. I appreciate it.
It's a good thing you're not on Skynet then, Howard. You'd be doing unusual attitudes. You'd be disconnected.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you go into slew mode, then that's another one too, because it's not very realistic. People slew mode. And a lot of saboteurs, as I call them, people who try to wreck your stream, they'll come on wherever you're viewing, and then they'll slew around all over the place and get in your face, right? You know, they do stuff like that. So Say Intentions will detect that kind of foolishness and just, they're out of your group. They can't take you out of the sim, the whole sim, but they can take you out of your group, your multiplayer group in SI, which is cool. Nice feature. I really like that. They've been working on that. That's so cool. You know, what an innovative company, you guys. This is what we're so enthused about it. We love the company right from the start, from what they're doing. We wanted more realistic ATC, but man, this grew into so many features. It's like, there's no doubt. People are actually stopping their subscription of Beyond ATC and moving over to Say Intentions. I mean, people are seeing the difference. They love the pace of innovation.
Yeah, or you can put kind of how 2020 had. You can put your own code for a group. Same thing, put your own code, and then just all whatever number you can see each other, and that's it.
So you mean how many you have in your group, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so if you
It's how
wanna
many
do
people
it,
you give the code to.
yeah,
Right.
So everybody who has the code is in the group.
All right.
Which is, like I say, it's very similar to JoinFS.
Right.
You can do groups or servers, and you can encrypt the server so that only the people you give the address to can use that server. And it's funny too, because I actually saw this morning that they have just in the last couple of days released a version specific to 2024 for JoinFS.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have the Say Intentions one with all the features it has. JoinFS won't kick you out if you're doing something erratic. I mean, that's a nice feature.
Now, the advantage right now with JoinFS is it already has the X-planes and the P3D, and that stuff is already compatible, whereas Skynet would have to wait a little bit for that. Captain Harlock, welcome. Thank you for the sub.
Hey, 9 months in a row. Look at you go. Thank you for your support. Yeah. That's great. Super duper. And bring your friends, everybody, and let them see what we do on Saturdays. And if people want to learn something, come on Tuesdays. And if you want to chat about aviation and sims and software and hardware, come on Thursdays. And that's what we've been doing for years. And now we've opened it up to YouTube also.
It's the TPAC 1 sand dunes. It's a big blob of sand dunes.
The TPAC 1 sand dunes. I didn't think we'd ever get there. I'm just kidding you guys. I never
Followed
heard
by
of them.
the Cape Maria Van Dinium,
Never
and
heard of them
then Cape
before now.
Regina, and then Spirit Bay, and then back to the final
That's
destination.
very impressive, Andrew. It's very impressive.
Because we just go up and around this point, and then back to the airport that the Simuflyer is already at.
Here's where we're at. These are what Andrew's talking about, and there's our destination, and we are close. We're just going to be flying up this peninsula and parking right there. That's the idea. That's where we're at now, you guys. You can see some tags up here at this airport. This one is November Zulu Kilo Tango. That's what we're at right now. And yes, for those who are new in the stream, we are flying 2024. We have been since it was released. Some are flying Beta 1, some are flying not. Some are flying erratically, like this. Hi guys, bye guys. Oh, watch out, there's a radio tower right on the runway, near the runway. Look out. I don't know if it's an object you can hit. I don't know if they'd be that close. Gosh, people's wings would be chopped off, wouldn't they?
Well, the airport, the airfield we landed at on Tuesday with the night flying lesson.
Yeah, in Washington
There's
State.
that
Yeah.
tower is there in real life.
Yeah. And it's got a taxiway going around the tower. And the tower's right beside the runway. I don't get it. I guess only GA planes can land there, right? I guess that's the rule.
Yeah, I guess. It's a very small airfield, so. So here's the Tipaki sand dunes.
Oh, let's go to Andrew's screen. Let's go see the Tipaki sand dunes. Well, that's really impressive. You know what? Perfect place for the Juice Goose, you guys. It's a sand dune buggy, you know? And the scenery that comes with the Juice Goose is in California, in the sand dunes by the ocean. And look at that. This is something to come back to, yeah. Bring out the Juice Goose.
Could spawn at Waiataki Airport and drive over, because it's only right
Waiataki.
over there.
The Waiataki Airport. That's the one I just passed, right?
Yep.
Probably.
That's the final destination.
Oh, final destination. You're already out that far? Okay. I guess
Or
I'm
you
not close enough to
could-
see your tag. I forgot to turn on the music entertainment for my passengers. Holy moly. Neglectful pilot. You're listening to the sweet sounds of ForderLearnToFly FM. Sit back and relax. Have a great evening. Let's go fly. You ever have one of those FM stations? Your scanning stations. You know, some of you don't even do FM anymore, but you're scanning stations to find just the right station while you're driving. And some guy comes on and goes, "You're tuned in to this FM station where you can fall asleep in 5 minutes." You know? Because it's so quiet. It's this kind of music, you know? What do you think, Jeff? You getting tired? You're getting sleepy. Quite the flight plan that we found. That was great, Andrew. I mean, look at all the descriptions too of all the waypoints. This is a Discover Zealand kind of thing, you guys. If you type in ! flight plan, it'll take you there. Actually, it'll give you the flight plan. That's what it'll do. I think my scenery link might even get you to the. Oops, I'm turning around. My scenery link might even get you to the flightsim.to page. But this is what I'm talking about here. Look at the flight plan and all its detail. Pretty amazing. And we're just in the last leg of it, everybody. We're just right there. We're here, and we're going up to here. Heading to the final stretch here. You see Foxy Chiller up ahead. Back to Dr. No Thumb. He's on the ground, and he's in the Juice Goose. Show us that, baby. He's in the dunes, Andrew. I bet you will. Yeah, I see you in the sky, Andrew. You're up ahead. Way cool, Dr. No Thumb. You should mention it in chat because I didn't know you were there yet. I wasn't watching the screens, the previous screens. I got to push them into my face more. Yeah, super time. Might as well firewall it to catch up because you're getting hungry again. Why is it we're always streaming before your dinner or your lunch? Yeah, it's my lunch too. Yeah. Grubius, my sim just seemed to upgrade to the beta. If I want to downgrade it again, it's an uninstall, reinstall. Yeah, I think so. I think so. What do you think, Dr. No Thumb? If you want to pause your vehicle and answer that question for Grubius, because both of us have uninstalled our beta, but you know someone who also had to reinstall, and I had to reinstall. That's the disadvantage of playing with beta, you guys. Nothing sweeter than a trumpet. You know what I mean? So Captain Harlock, you're welcome. Thanks for saying that. It's a lot of work. I don't know everything. I study hard. I ask CFIs. I ask fellow pilots and experienced pilots. I bring them on stream if I don't know information. But I have a ball with it, and it's my hobby. And now that I'm retired from my day job, I can have fun with my hobby. So a passion for something always makes things better, doesn't it? Thanks for saying that. So it was for you, but it's only 10 gigabytes if you save your community folder, and it's not that much work. Yeah, and you guys, the client program itself is a very small, you know, like they originally told us 16 gigs. I think it's up to 20 gigs now, but as Dr. Nothumb says, it's no big deal anymore. It's not the 120, 180 gigabyte sim from the days gone by.
Yeah, it's not start today and come back tomorrow. It's start now and come back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and most things that you need are in the cloud. I've noticed my whole career stuff was all in the cloud, so thankfully for that. My flight hours, because I was playing with beta and coming back to the normal sim, my flight hours reset, but maybe there's some other way to find that, but I'm not worried about that too much. So don't play with the beta, you guys, unless you're willing to, oh well, I lost something, right? I expected that something would happen. Your community folder, you guys, back that up or rename it. Rename it and then do your reinstall and whatever else, and then name it back to community. But I think I have a new community folder with the Steam version than I did with the Game Pass version. So I'm gonna have to go find it and move stuff over. So I'll do that next.
Yeah.
The Dunes ICAO code,
Yeah.
Krabby says? Okay, ICAO code over there. The Dunes, I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
Nearest airport. Could
That's
the nearest
that's
be the one
that's
behind?
that's the closest one. That's the destination.
The destination.
There is another small one way out at the point where the lighthouse is, but it's not much of a it's not much of a field. So
Right
I'd
here,
say-
you guys. The aerodrome, Andrew? Is that what you're saying? This one?
yeah.
So it's November Zulu Whiskey Quebec. November Zulu Whiskey Quebec.
Which is what Mike put in chat.
Oh, good, thanks. Way to go, Mike. You guys are so on
That'll
top
get
of
you in the
stuff.
right, that'll get you in the right area, and then you can actually, if you wanted to, on the world map, you could spawn on the dunes on the ground, ready to run, instead of spawning at an airport.
Cool. Let's go back to Dr. Nothumb because it's so much fun what he's doing. We really appreciate him sharing his screens. Krabby says, I see them now. All right. Let's see what, let's go over to see what Mike's up to. He's flying along them too. Yeah. You're really keeping up there, Mike. That's great. Look at the
Yeah, it's
tracks.
been a little tough, but keeping up.
Yeah, with the 172, you know, it's not the most powerful. It's considered a non-high performance, but single engine. That when you get your PPL, you guys, that's all you're endorsed to do. Non-high performance, single engine, 4-place. So the 172 fits well. 182 does also. Once you get into, and like any of the turboprops, once you get into even the Bonanza, you guys, the Bonanza is a high performance single engine. So you can't fly that until you're endorsed to fly high performance planes. You need a CFI, you need some hours, you need some training. Need a heli to chase that side by side when they do in Baja. Right. You're right, Legion, yeah. But even along this whole coast here, guys, apart from the dunes where he is, all along this whole coast is all beach. Look at it. As I'm heading up to that airport. All of this coastline is great. You could just travel along there too. But I think it's over here where Dr. Nothumb is. These dunes near the airport where the destination is way up here.
Yeah, he's on the west coast.
And we're over here on the beach side, right? Oh, he's on the west coast. Oh, that's where we are. Okay.
Oh, this makes sense now. The tour guide was telling me it's called 90 Mile Beach, even though it's 55 miles, because the early European settlers, their horses could travel 30 miles a day, and it took them 3 days to go across this beach.
There we go. See? They had no other way to measure it. We didn't
Yep.
have GPS back then.
So there we go. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's a lot of beach down there to explore. Look at it all. You could have the Juice Goose and just do it for days. Days, I'm telling you. Let's watch Dr. No Thumb scale some of these sand dunes, you guys. Very versatile vehicle. For those who are wondering about it, this is called the Juice Goose. Andrew, tell us more about it. What do you know about this baby? Who makes it?
It's
what's it
parallel
based
40. I'm not sure if it's based on anything. It's
okay.
it's parallel 42 and it's a dune buggy.
on? Right. Okay.
And just-
well, I
and
could've
just-
said that. Just
and-
thought
well-
you had an insight on some more
Well,
detail about it, right?
well.
How many horsepower?
No, just that they have released the 2024 native 2024 version like the last day or two, and it's actually by release. I mean, it's actually you can actually go to their website and buy it now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, the rest of us could update already. Yeah. Or
If you're a Club 42 member, it's been available for 2 weeks for trial, but you had to be a Club 42 member. It's now out in the open for general purchase.
Cool. Angel Joan just flew by me like I'm standing still with a twin. So that was the other thing I noticed when I opened up this new version of the sim today, guys. There's no heli controls in there at all. I had them all set up perfectly in the beta. I was flying helicopters smooth as silk. Nice gentle descents and doing everything right. And now I have no controls mapped. It sees my verpals, but it has no settings. Yeah. That's the drawback, right? So hey Legion, yeah. I don't bring my guitar out on stream. I haven't had people ask me to do that again, so they might not have liked me playing before. But yeah, I used to do it on the big cross countries, right? Those big long. Wow, look at this going down the country road. It's looking great. Dr. No Thumb is looking great where you are. Look at that, you guys. In the when we used to do the cannonball runs, you know, the 17 to 25 hour marathons, there was so much boring time in between. I used to just get out the guitar or keyboard or something and just play something. I haven't done that because we haven't been in long flights anymore, and no one's actually requested it, so I just leave it. I leave it in my studio and, you know, remember the good old days. Yeah. So you remember that? Wow, from way back when, yeah. Cool. Isn't this fun, you guys? Wouldn't you like to have a dune buggy like that too? Trust Parallel 42, you guys. They can make stuff we didn't think we needed. I'm serious. The most innovative people in the world make stuff we didn't know we needed, like the tablet revolution. You guys know about that? Everybody takes it for granted now, right? But Microsoft had tablets with Windows on them. I always had one. For years and years and years before Apple even thought of it. Years and years and years. Were they popular? Nope. The battery wouldn't last more 20 minutes. The interface was horrible. You couldn't use your finger. I mean, I had tablets in the classroom from Microsoft. I was a Microsoft trainer. And you'd think that there's no way Apple can come out with something that'll revolutionize tablets. And you know what? They did. They brought out the iPad. It became the iPad revolution. Microsoft responded with the Surface tablet. You guys remember when that first came out? We can do this too. Well, they couldn't do it as good, as well as Apple. Apple revolutionized the tablet and phone market. Even though lots of you don't have an iPhone, millions more are being sold every year. And the tablets, I still have old iPads. My wife has an iPad, I have an iPad. They still work fine. We don't have to upgrade unless it's some new app that won't work on it. We have old iPads that still hold their charge the whole week and read off them and use them for utilities. And So, you know, these are innovative people that made stuff we didn't know we needed back in the day. And same thing with Parallel 42. They don't just make another airplane. They'll make sceneries that you can interact with. They'll make vehicles like this that we didn't think we would ever use. As you see the scenery getting better in some areas, select areas, you'll be able to take your buggy down and really enjoy that scenery instead of seeing it from the air. Yeah, Flow Pro, yeah, a lot of us are waiting for that bungalow, yeah. I didn't rely on it because I knew that it might not be here in 24, and also a lot of my students don't have it, so they want to see how to change weather and stuff normally, so I left mine with the normal interface. But it's certainly a beautiful utility. So much versatility in that tool that we don't use. I was looking for the tag. Hey Angel Joan, how you doing? Are you with us? Or you just found us? I see you up in the air and now you're heading back the other way, so if you're in chat, say hi. 2021, yeah, we were 1 year into the sim, yeah. We had been already streaming for a year. Slowly it's all coming back, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back in it. Get back in it, way to go. Get back on the saddle, have some fun. Cape Maria Van Diemen. Whew. I guess I should go over and check it out. Okay? It's on the way. So you guys, this is around the normal time we finish the stream, typically between 12 and 12:30 Eastern. It's now 5 after 12, so we will be finishing up in the next 10 to 15 as we land at the final airport, take a couple of photos, and we will be done with it. That's pretty cool, Dr. No Thumb. You can drive down the road at high speed and not die. That's pretty cool. I'm heading out to the point and then I'll go directly to the final airport. Don't forget, you guys, that let me just show you a page for that, what's coming up, so you know what's on the horizon. It's on our website, but I just want to show you right here. I'll give you a shot of that. Today we were just flying around on this flight plan right here, having a ball. We're way up here at this end right now. But I want to mention that we have our landing competition prep this Tuesday. Just turn down that piano a little bit there. And this is preparation. Let me just see what I'm doing here. Ooh, yeah. I'm not on autopilot, so I just have to watch what I'm doing. Oh, there's the point over there that I was going to go to, but that's all right. Give it some power, make sure I'm still going. Okay. And this is coming Tuesday. It's preparation, and it's also, I'll have a registration link for you so that you can register for the event. The landing competition will be a week today at around this time, noontime. It'll start on this channel on Twitch. I'll simultaneously also broadcast on YouTube, so you guys can see it too. And I would prefer that you register first, and that way I can get your name so that I can make your certificates. Every participant gets a certificate for participating, and then we'll also have first, second, and third place certificates with trophies on them. Nothing to ship, they're just all electronic stuff, but still, that's what we do for our events, and it's just a lot of fun. Part of it will be learning the Lake Parker approach to Sun and Fun, which is for real, coming up in April. The other part will be the actual challenge of landing your main wheels touching on the dot without bouncing. And that's really what gives you your points and gets you your competition. And so we'll go through all the details of the approach and how to do the competition on Tuesday. Come and join us, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then on Saturday we'll have the actual competition. Let me go back to Dr. Notham for a second, and let me find you a link for registration. See if I can find that for you real quick. I'll be opening that up on Tuesday too for those who want to register. There it is. Okay. See if I can find a URL for it too. If you've got your phone handy, you guys, if you are interested, you can register, and no pressure, but if you want to pre-register now, there's the code to register. This is part of the actual presentation on Tuesday. I'll leave that up for a second. Actually, hold on while I move and see how I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing okay. And our airport's right over here. Okay. My plane's pretty stable. Let's leave that up for a second. There's the registration link if you want to register, pre-register ahead of time. And also, we're going to need a couple of spotters. Typically, that's Andrew and I will watch the dot to make sure you land on it properly. You would have to be in the sim and then go into drone mode and then watch one of the dots to see how people are landing and then mark them. That would be handy if we've got a couple of volunteers for that, right? And yeah, Paul, it's next Saturday, yep. Priorities, my friend, priorities. Thought I had a URL for it, but oh yeah, here's the URL right here. Okay, okay, I'll put that in chat. In both your chats, one there and one over here. And Noiseboy Mike still playing the piano in the background. How's my flight? I'm still alive. And hopefully we'll have the Say Intentions multiplayer to do this. That'll be cool to actually ring that out and see that in action. Oh, look at that. I've got a link in Twitch. Let's see if that actually works. Exclamation point registration. Exclamation point registration. Yeah, I did spell it right. Okay, I'll have to put it in there. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be live yet, so that's why there's nothing on it yet. Well, look at you guys. I've already been around the bend, so I'm going to come around this way. There, it's in chat, so I don't need to open that up anymore. So I'm looking at stats now in YouTube, which is our new streaming channel. We've got 5 concurrent users. We've got 122 views. So those of you who visit and leave, just let me know why. Is it something you don't like? Is it something, oh, it's MSFS 2024? Or is it like, oh, it's Howard again? Or, you know, give me an idea. Tell me truthfully why you'd only just come and then leave. Maybe you'll come back later to the VOD. And I'd like to get to know the audience in YouTube better. I've got a great group already in Twitch, and I know most of their needs and I've heard their feedback. But I just want to know what's going on in YouTube because we're trying that as an alternate channel for those who asked for it. And we'll see if we can help those people out. So we'll see how that goes. This plane I'm flying, you guys, absolutely loving it. I'm going to learn it better. I'm going to find the POH for it. I'm going to get into more of the details. I'm also going to learn to handle some of the emergencies. And we'll do a lesson on it someday. Now that I have it to play with. It'll be cool. Charlie says, nice flight today until my last landing. Oops. Which way are the runways located here? Okay, looks like we're all coming in from the other end. All right, let's do that. Nice calming music to help you come in for a calm landing, everybody. Meanwhile, Dr. No Thumb's waiting. Oh, he's near the airport. I can see in the distance some tags. Look at him. That's great, Dr. No Thumb. Thanks for that. Where's Mike? Mike is there. He's not far away. All right. Andrew's over. Well, Andrew's not streaming to me. Okay. And it looks like your OBS is giving you grief again, Andrew. Again. You know what I mean? Again. Wonder why.
Yeah, well,
you
it
didn't have
thinks it
grief
can't.
on Ace's stream, right?
Well, it thinks it can't see you, so.
My OBS hasn't changed a bit. I haven't touched that machine at all. It's probably back this way, I think. Follow the tags if you're in trouble, you guys. Anybody know the gear down speed? Probably as long as we're in the flap range, we can do it. Oh, you can actually hear the gear coming down. That's cool. Somewhere over here. Somewhere. Really builds a lot of confidence when you say to your passengers, it's somewhere over here. Buckle your seatbelts and be ready for landing because we're going to land somewhere over here. Gear down. Good. Flaps are down. Good. How many flaps we got? Oh, a couple. I don't know. How many do you want? That'll work. Don't need a lot. What's the stall speed on this plane, you guys? I think it's around 80. We'll see. We shall see. I think that's the start of the runway right there. Nice slant final to touchdown. Yeah, that is the runway. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. It's all grass. We're good. Way too fast. Way too fast. Somebody's... Oops, there's a helicopter. Nice, Howard. Full power. Flaps up. When you take them up, one notch at a time, everybody. All right, now we got an idea of the circuit. Uh-oh.
Still
OBS just
mine.
crashed. OBS just crashed.